go! Come on, who wants it? Damage ball!
Live and direct, I'm back, let's set that shit. Create the wave, we get it, ball splash 'em. Micro swing and get your head shot. Point blank, dead stop. 16 bars in a headlock. 101 dead stock is what I'm dropping.
Same old. You know, I just, you know what to expect, man. We're just gonna put in that work, dog. That's it.
Get out!
You know, just getting some good looks today. Tomorrow we'll probably switch it up and try to be a little more aggressive and see what we can get away with. Right now we're just shooting our guns.
Get out! Get out! Kill 200! That should be a Raider!
Alright, good job.
Did I not get Brian? Get out!
Been working on hold plays, and then Keith did not do his job because he should not be risking his body ever when we're up by 2 in that situation. Yeah, I think these are just what you work on in practice. This is how you get better. You make mistakes and fix them. I've moved people around quite a bit, so I want to make sure we have depth everywhere, even though we don't have a lot of guys, so I have a lot of versatility. I wouldn't say any one particular person's playing way better than anyone else. I think we have 2 really good snake players and some more.
And I'm like, no, let's not do that. Let's Five Alive this shit for a minute. So I just want to make sure that we are, yes, usable, yes, good, yes, dangerous. Right? So as long as we have all that in mind, there's going to be times to use all of it, but I don't want, definitely never do both of them at the same time.
All right, so we're gonna do matches this morning, 7 minutes. Play the scenarios the way they're supposed to be played. Play it like it's a real match. Play it like we're playing up, right? No matter what. Like, let's play flawless paintball. Win, lose, I don't give a shit. Let's go out and try to execute flawless paintball. We play Collision, Distortion, Sea Dogs, and Hurricanes. And the Sea Dogs have a lot of tall motherfuckers.
We're just kind of finalizing some of our plays and trying to work on that in-game communication.
You want to start with what is the safest way to get 5 bodies alive and burn time. That's how you keep teams from mounting comebacks.
Now, like not being able to play and actually watching their tendencies and what they're doing, it just puts more faith in me and in my team. Feeding information, critiquing what we're doing, and helping out as much as I can. We're out here doing the thing and just got to get prepared and go to war.
Coming off of a win. We've been winning, events pretty consistently out here. It's been a solid 2 seasons for us, and the best you can do is just try to win again, right? Once you're on top, everyone wants to knock you down. So we typically do about 3 full days on the field. We use the 3-man at the events as a little bit more practice, and then we just go into the event knowing we're the best.
But I think we could just connect a little better there. You know what I mean?
What's been teaching you a lesson? It does shoot good, I ain't gonna lie. It's good.
So we're gonna see how Mouse was killing me with the shocker, and see what was
you know, what was happening when I was on the other side. Yeah, that's pretty consistent. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
It's good, man. Most of us did the 4-day grind, all the stuff. We just tried to break down the whole layout. I think we got a good understanding of how this layout's playing, fast and slow. On this final day, working on the cons, connecting with the team, and the small ball with the 2-man group. So, I mean, this is it. Final day. We're ready for the tournament. We feel confident, and I think momentum's on our side. So, definitely going to bring it at this next event.
Red Legion, see if they send it again. Yeah, they're going to put Hara in again. Man, Thomas Hara getting a ton of spins out here. Yeah.
I'm Thomas Hara from Oklahoma, and I'm played paintball for Red Legion.
And one of the emerging stories here is Thomas Hara. He has just been lights out. Probably the best emerging talent we have seen here at this event on any team.
Hara should be able to get as far as he wants over here on the snake side. He's going to go to work on Brown. Trying to cut down the snake side, but Hara is already into Starfish over here. They're letting Hara ride it out. Not going to matter. Stacking up points right now. Legion up by 4, 8:32 on the clock.
Hard to come in cold against a team like Red Legion right now, and Hara in front of them is firing on all cylinders.
I got introduced to paintball at a pretty young age, I think about 9 years old. Got invited out to a birthday party. And then, you know, you mess around, play rec ball with the neighborhood kids for a while. Started working at the paintball field. At the end of 2020, I got introduced to X-Ball. And then after a couple events, I was hooked. Quickly moved up from D5 to D4, tried out D3, and then played a season and some change in D1, and now I'm here on Red Legion. In terms of success I had in paintball prior to this, I'd say I won some events in D5 coming up with Senate, my first squad. Going into D4 and D3, I didn't win too much. We placed 6th at an NXL in D3. Moving into semi-pro, we got a 4th place finish at my first semi-pro event. That was a big deal for me. I got a taste of the pro field in the semifinals, but to really get on the podium, I haven't really had that success yet. So the way I got connected with the Red Legion organization was through Ryan Gray. So I've been acquainted with Ryan Gray for most of my life. He owned the paintball field I worked at when I was younger, and then we brushed shoulders at NXLs here and there. I'd see him in the pro pits. I think just these last season when I was in D1, he was happened to be scouting me at NXLs. But once he saw I was kind of a free agent during the off season, he reached out to me and gave me an opportunity. And how often do you get a shot at Red Legion? So I had to give it a shot. One of the things I love the most about this Red Legion camp is that it's a meritocracy where the guys who are playing the best at practice are going to be the ones who get to play at the tournaments. So coming into camp, I wasn't sure if that was going to be me for a few events, or if I would have to, you know, build up my skills, get a couple reps here and there. But to come out of practice and be named on the starting 5, they're only going to do that if they really believe that I'm the guy for the job. So I'm about to head into the LA Fitness here, do a quick recovery session, try to get my hip back in order after diving snake off the brake so many times this last weekend. So this is the LA Fitness. When all the team's here, this is where we all get together for team fitness trainings, and so I come here by myself too. Played some soccer in high school, wasn't too good at it, but really my passion for most of my life was rock climbing. I did that all through high school, into college, and then as soon as I started playing paintball, you know, that kind of took over, but I still have a lot of love for rock climbing, and I think it built a solid foundation physically for paintball for me.
Do I think about running like in the game when I'm on the treadmill? Nah, because normally I'm not
running that fast on a treadmill. But when I'm running hill sprints at the field, that's what I think about, just like in the game.
We're at Raymond James Stadium right now, ladies and gentlemen, home of the NXL for 2026, but we're letting it fly with the fly. Woo! We're going to the big game. Big game, biggest game of the year, can't hold any back now.
Primetime paintball going down here on center court in Raymond James Stadium to start off the 2026 season. Can't wait to see these battles. It's going to be Legion taking on Damage and Tonons and Impact. So Todd,
As we first pull up to the event at the Raymond James Stadium, it was a little surreal just walking through the gates into this giant stadium, walking through the tunnel, and then it opens up. And you see the Jumbotron, you see where the crowd's going to be. It was a really cool experience, and I felt like it really legitimized the sport in Marvin. The vibe was cool. Everybody, you could kind of see them just looking around, taking it all in, just the grandness of it, and then soaking in. We're gonna play here tonight under the lights against Damage in front of a huge crowd. Like, how cool is that? A few days before the event, the coaches had finalized, they've taken all the data from practices and they finalized the squad. And we have a big team meeting where they read off the names of who's going to make the pro line, who's going to play on the semi-pro line, and who's the starting line. And so they're reading off the names, they get to 9, and then they get to 10, and they call Thomas. So I'm like, oh wow, okay, I made the pro line. That was my first goal. And then they call the starting 5, and then I'm on the starting 5 as well. I was super excited. As players, they rank each of us with letter grades. I was ahead of schedule, I was doing better than they had planned, but I didn't know that well. And that meant that I was going to be starting in the stadium under the lights against Damage.
It's time to connect.
We're fucking perfect! Let's go! Every team in this fucking league. Prove what we want more today. Let's go, boys. Get on 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Come in.
Fucking highs and lows, all right? Everything. Energy. It's all fucking energy. Let's go, huh? Who's got my back? I got your back. Who's got my back? I got your back.
Welcome to day one of the prelim competition here. Third stop on the NXL Tour in 2026. We're in Cincinnati for the NXL Midwest Open. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Todd Martinez. First up's going to be the Tauntauns taking on Leverage, also in the set of Hurricanes and the Sea Dogs. And the Tauntauns still chasing that goal that they've been working at for about 20 years. A win here in the United States. They're primed and ready to go. Taking on Leverage, scrappy team from New Jersey. Last second pickup last week. Picked up GJ Sakaguchi, best player ever to come out of Hawaii. He used to play with these guys on the Bears, and good to see GJ back with some of his boys. And he's a force multiplier out there, man. When he's having a good day, he's hard to kill. So this could be a fun one here. Tauntauns taking on Leverage. Your thoughts here on this matchup?
I'm always excited to see how the Tauntauns play the field, right? They always take a little bit of a different approach as, a lot of the other teams sometimes. And, they're a tough team to beat. Like you said, they're trying to win that pro tournament here in the U.S. But, Leverage got to play the field yesterday. They played the three-man. We've already seen them a little bit. We're really interested to see how the three-man game is going to translate to the five-man today and if playing the field is going to help. But, always nice to see at the beginning of the event, how teams attack it first thing in the morning.
Well, Hurricane's going to take a little bit of ground on that D side. Looks like Leverage is a little light on that side, at least to start. Snake is crucial. Look at the forest of bunkers here on the Snake side. Caputo's going to get out on a secondary. Get out behind his first attacker as they're going to try to go to work. Looks like he's going to try to make his move up into outside Snake 1. He's waiting for it, though, as now the move up the middle for the Tauntauns. Trying to get to that crucial wall position, trying to shut this Snake side down. He gets there before Caputo's able to get past the gap into outside Snake 2 here, Todd, but it's still 5-on-5.
Yeah, 5-on-5 Tauntauns, they've played this wall plenty of years, right? They're going to be up in that wall. They know how crucial that spot is. He gets into the spot where Leverage has two bodies in the Snake. Tauntauns can still see the outsides of both those bunkers. They're going to have to battle that guy in so that they can get across. Hugo already is in the Snake, but he leans out and takes one from Caputo in the head.
Crucial. Yeah, Todd, huge kill there for Caputo to take out one of the big weapons for the Tauntauns, but as that happens, Leverage losing their body on the D side. So now it's 4-on-4, but Benny Carroll up at the wall, their left-hand side of your screen, trying to shut down that gap, see if Caputo's going to run through it. Caputo not biting yet, and he is just still gunfighting down that sideline. There's no one to shoot down that sideline, but when you get your head down and you're in those bunkers, in Snake, outside Snake 2, the Baby Dorito, you can't see much in front of you. You're really hoping that guys are going to engage you so you can see where they are, or you're going to get cross-field communication. And then look here on the D side, as Axel Godin on the D side, typically a Snake side player, but they want his wheels and his aggression over on that side here, at least in point number 1. It looks like he has Spitzma right behind him. He's going to dive into that 50-yard line structure as Benny Carroll digs back to the tower.
Yeah, Tauntauns did move into the 50 Dorito, though. They're in that mini W. Robbie picked him up, fortunately for Leverage, but Benny Carroll going to go back up now to the wall. That we're going to see a lot of movement from that tower and that wall. We saw the tall players yesterday able to stand up, use those big wedges to shoot across the field, but if a team gets up in that wall and you don't get up in that wall and they're able to get up on the sides, it's going to be hard to get up there in the middle. But it looks like GJ Sakaguchi makes a shot over the top of the center brick and shoots out Benny Carroll out of the middle.
But as that's happening, Tauntaun's blowing open the D side here as Axel Godin gets into their Doritos, and GJ's going to be taking the walk.
Chris Caputo looking towards that D side from the little brick over here on the Snake, trying to get a shot in. But Axel's going to back up to the 50.
Robbie Altimore's on their side here for Leverage, and he's going to get the crossfield kill. No, working on the crossfield kill, loses his support as Caputo takes the walk. And then now there's the crossfield kill on Axel Godin. So with Robbie Altimore on their side as the bodies are dwindling, advantage to Leverage.
Yeah, Robbie Altimore. Oh, no, it looks like De Los Santos is going to get shot off that Dorito side. But Robbie is going to now cross onto the Snake 2 on the outside of the Tauntauns' field.
Todd, I think that was Anafosi here from the tower whipping his gun that way to get that crucial kill. That leaves just Robbie Altimore to try to do it by himself. I believe looking at, it might be a one-on-one, but a lot of bodies just dropped off quickly. This is for sure the only body left alive for Leverage. And I think there's 2 players left alive. Yeah, it's Spitzma at the door and Anafosi there at the tower. So it's a 1-on-2 in favor of the Tauntauns.
And Robbie had good field position. With everybody dying behind him, he's now kind of stuck there, laying down in that Snake. We'll see how the Tauntauns play this. Wonder if they actually know what the count is.
Yeah, I'm thinking
they could run down that Dorito side.
Yeah, Todd, I don't think they know the count. A lot of bodies dropped.
right around the same time in different moments where guys had their heads on swivels. So count is slightly off here for the Tonons because Spitzma, coast is clear for him on that Dorito side.
Well, better to err on the side of caution than to go running and give a body away and make this a one-on-one.
Yeah,
Better to talk it out. You know, we had this conversation before. Better to talk it out, figure it out, and make a better decision.
Yeah, just have Anafosi tie up Baltimore and then let Spitzman go to work. Spitzman's not feeling any pressure. He's a veteran. He's been around for a while now, so he's probably thinking, look, no one's shooting at me. I think I got this D side to myself. I don't want to step on a landmine, but let me start going to work here, try to get this crossfield shot on Baltimore while being careful just in case.
He really just ran and hit the buzzer.
Oh, but Robbie Altimore gets the kill on Anafosi. Now it's a one-on-one.
And that's what you didn't want to do if you're Anafosi, but now Robbie's got to figure it out.
Spitzman's just going bunker to bunker to bunker, and he's going to run in and hit the buzzer here to steal this first point.
Yep, and that's all he needed to do. Good point there by Robbie. Shot some bodies.
Spitzma.
Did what he had to do in the snake, but Spitzma realizing the count, being cautious. Maybe put the first point on the board for the Tonons.
Yeah, smart first point there from Thomas Spitzma. 1-0 the score. To start things out here now, it's going to be the Hurricanes taking on the Sea Dogs. So CK Hurricanes and the Royal City Sea Dogs. Over in the pits, Coach Pasquale.
Sea Dogs are starting Cody Chong over here on the snake side. Looks like they got Salmon, Rizzardo. Salmon coming snake way.
Yeah, Rizzardo going to that D side. He's going to hold up at the can, and they're going to go heavy guns. And a rather conservative game plan here to start things out for the Sea Dogs. They want all those guns up. They're going to double up the tower, but then they release on some secondaries and take some ground. And they do get a kill up the middle, so it's a 5-on-4 here, advantage of the Sea Dogs. And a penalty going to be assessed on the Hurricanes. So this is a busted play for the Hurricanes. Sea Dogs with a drastic advantage. Will be now a penalty called on the Sea Dogs. A player threw a yellow and pulled out one of the Sea Dogs player, but they didn't pull another body.
That's correct. Maybe he just threw it. Sometimes the refs throw flags when there's a flag on the other side of the field, too.
Maybe that guy just got shot.
Indicating it, yeah.
Well, doesn't really matter, though, because the Hurricanes had seen enough. They're going to concede that point. The penalty early costing them. And they're going to spot the Sea Dogs one to start. We had a 5-minute long point and a 40-second long point. So not a lot. So after a really long point, that's a quick turnaround here for Leverage and the Tonons. Rain holding off. The forecast is not looking that great for the next 2 days. As we are a little north of Cincinnati, Ohio. DJ's from Hawaii, so he's probably pretty used to playing in the rain.
Right. I don't know, it feels pretty nice right now.
As it stands right this second, this is good paintball weather.
Yeah, I like it.
Overcast, not hot, not that humid yet.
Nice
so
little
if I had to play one
cast.
today, this is when I want to play it. Let's just get it out of the way before the storm hits.
There is no storm. I don't know why everybody keeps talking about
I love the
storm.
power of positive thinking you're trying to roll with. I'm just looking at the forecast over here like, ugh.
Yeah.
Let's hope the cell goes either south or north. Maybe we'll get lucky. Timeout. Early timeout for Leverage here. Don't typically want to burn your timeouts this early in a match. But they want a certain line out. They want a certain play. So, going to burn that one here in point 2.
They look like they're having some chrono issues.
Check your guns.
Trying to get on. But here we go. There's the pit for Leverage. There's Moran. Joe Altamore is next to him. Scotty Graham. Scotty Graham not on the field first couple points. He played big for them last event.
Yeah, he did.
They got Alfred De Los Santos getting the start.
Well, they got a bunch of names on. We've seen Sanborn do well. Joey's done well. Scotty Graham. So they got some dudes that are not out there right now.
Did I say
We've seen
Moran?
perform.
I meant Sanborn.
Rand's actually, he's out there.
Yeah.
On the field right now. He's going to be
on the D side.
Yeah, number 4 playing the D side. Yeah, so it looks like Axel's going to continue to attack that D side with Spitzma. This looks like the line here from the Tonons. They don't really like to deviate too much. once they get their guys locked in. Hugo going to be losing his support as Anfosi going to be taking the walk. 5-on-4 to start things out in favor of Leverage, but a running referee going to run in and check out Blair in the snake.
Man, I love it when everybody goes guns up on the break.
Yeah, Robbie, coast is clear for him, though. That's the bounce. So still 5-on-4 in favor of New Jersey Leverage.
Yeah, you see people running and gunning to the snake, running and gunning up the middle, out to that Dorito side. I love having that big open center with the back center bunker up about 30 feet. Push everybody up the field. Tonton's going to lose another body as Spitzma gets shot in the head. Benny Carroll still up in that center wall. Axel Godin and Dorito too. Hugo getting into the 50 brick. Tonton's definitely trying to control this snake side from that middle of the field. We've seen Benny Carroll up there twice. Oh, and Hugo gets a shot across the field. Gonna shoot Moran out of that small brick on the Dorito side.
God, that's a really big kill right now. They needed something. They were down 2 bodies. Get it a little bit even here on the body count. Hugo Verhege steps up.
I mean, Tauntaun's style of play is they love to get up the field. You know, they're an aggressive team. They'll push up. But, I mean, Leverage, their style of play is kind of the opposite, right? They get to their spots, methodically move down the field. You know, traditionally, not saying they can't play the other way, but, you know, they find themselves a lot of times fighting out of this back spots, and you wonder if the field's going to be able to be won playing that style of play.
Another kill here for the Tauntauns, even up the count.
2 more kills. Caputo's walking off the field, and so is De Los Santos.
Yeah, this was a 53, a 5-on-3. These are the points you want back when you're playing one of the top teams out here, and the Tauntauns are a top team as they have made it to the finals. And now a penalty going to be assessed. This is a busted situation for the boys' Leverage. They had a 5-on-3.
Yeah.
And so Benny Carroll, Hugo Verhege, and Axel Godin clocking in to put up their second point.
Yeah, they needed to take that opportunity to get up the field when they had the 5-on-3. Axel was still in the back. Hugo was in the back. Benny Carroll had not been to the center wall yet. They got to capitalize. You got to get up the field.
If you want to win tournaments, you have to be converting your high body situations right around that 80th percentile. Yeah. So hopefully for the Tauntauns, or for Leverage, this is just one of the 20th. But this is a team that has been a little hit or miss out here. New squad, 12th and 18th at the first 2 events, currently ranked 15th.
Yeah, whenever there was a wall bunker, it was always that debate, you know, do you go to the wall right away? If you're going to the wall right away every time, teams are just going to come get you right away. But I think you can slow play it so much. Hurricane shooting a body on the break out of the back center float. Sea Dogs losing 1, but pushing, looks like Konstantin Fedorov all the way up to the 50 snake, or 50 Dorito on the break. He's going to cross onto the Sea Dog side of the field. Fedorov's going to work over there.
Yeah, Fedorov mashing people on the D side right now. Seawright takes some ground here on the snake side as the guns shift to Konstantin Fedorov. He's going to get taken out, but not before he did his damage, and the Hurricanes took some ground. Bell's going to shift back over to the tower, and then here comes the push. I believe Brown getting up there and trying to take over the attack. He might have got clipped in his loader. Attack up the middle at the trade. The bodies are dropping everywhere as Camp takes the walk. Seawright still alive as the dust settles here on the snake side. He's going to move up into the clover as Bell is pushed all the way over to the can.
3 bodies left alive for the Hurricanes. Might be only 1 left. 1 or 2 left for the Sea Dogs. I think the snake tower. Looks like it's wiggling around over there. But the Hurricanes don't know either. They're trying to talk through it, figure it out. Definitely 1 body in the snake tower for the Sea Dogs.
And they got Rosardo in D1.
3 on 2. Seawright wrapping the outside of the 50 brick. See if he can get a shot on Rosardo. Playing on the inside. Brown in the 50 Dorito. He's going to battle with Rosardo heads up.
Yeah, so Bell's got to figure out where he wants to go as he's the float behind Brown. Well, now he has to go D-side.
Yep, Brown takes a rock. Getting shot out of that 50, 2-on-2. Bell and Seawright not talking very much.
Sea Dogs get out and up snake side into outside snake 1 as Seawright does a little tactical retreat, trying to make sure he keeps eyes on these last bodies. He's lost the player in the snake though, as Bell's gone over and got into D1.
Information being passed along there. Now Seawright knows where the body is. Bell takes a bump up to the Dorito 2.
Yeah, I like that move from Salmon to get into the snake. Seawright trying to get creative here as he goes all the way out to the corner.
Rizzardo looking to get sneaky. He comes on the inside, makes a bump up. I don't think anybody on the Hurricanes noticed. Seawright trying to shoot a bounce shot. Looks like.
It says Rosenthal on his back at number 47. Doesn't it look like Seawright? I don't have a Rosenthal on my roster. Let me double check the other one.
Maybe a new guy. Yeah, Seawright's 42.
Oh, that's Logan Dyer.
That is Logan Dyer.
Yeah, wearing someone else's jersey. Well, he's been very proactive over here. It's going to be up to him and Bell against Rizzardo and Salmon after another busted high body situation. It's time for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, I mean, if Bell has eyes on the snake player, Salmon.
Rizzardo. Here on your screen. So Logan Dyer makes a move up, and then Salmon's going to commit. Was likely going to trade. No, he didn't put a ball on Dyer. Maybe he did. Ref's going to check him out. Oh, they're going to pull a major on Shane Salmon, and that's going to cost him in the next point because that's going to pull out Rizzardo.
Oh, as Rizzardo made the move down the Dorito side, he shot Bell. But they're going to pull him out due to the penalty.
Salmon not liking the calls, chirping at the refs right now from the pits. So we'll have to wait for confirmation on that one. Because it was looking, if he had just traded or even stayed alive, because Rizzardo would have been a one-on-one with Rizzardo and Logan Dyer, but Rizzardo was already making moves on that D side. He would have been on their side of the field alive for that one-on-one with Dyer. Scotty Graham getting a spin now.
It's just he shot on the
Campbell
inside,
coming out as well,
sense. He
too.
looked at his right side of his pack.
For leverage.
You're good. Hey, I know. Hey, well, it's his right side of the pack. I can't see that. Where though? If it's his right side, it's not me that can shoot it. That's the problem. Okay, that's all right. I'm down. I'm on it.
Salmon trying to plead his case over here, trying to say that Rizzardo actually shot.
I think he was shot
Dyer.
even before that play, to be honest.
But nonetheless, he did make that move. Dyer didn't think that he was shot either. And then Dyer got pulled out.
Yeah, Dyer went right back in it like he didn't even trade.
Yeah. And then Rizzardo, he makes the move, goes and bunkers out Bell, and he's on his way to the buzzer. But they'll figure it out. Well, Joe Altamore in the game with Scotty Graham over on the Dorito side. Joe's going to take one right off the rip. Scotty Graham looks like he caught a bounce going into the Dorito as well. De Los Santos getting moved over here to the snake side. Sakaguchi's going to take one in the face, trying to lock that snake off. Got up the field, went to the tower, and then caught one from the snake, probably from Hugo.
Yeah,
Hugo looking across the gap.
Yeah, Hugo gets through the gap, goes into the clover, and up the middle. It's been relentless so far. Benny Carroll's been up there quite a bit. Going to work with Hugo. They're right at the 50-yard line together. Chris Caputo leaned out slightly off screen there to the right. Just waiting for Hugo to try to gunfight down that sideline. De Los Santos behind Caputo, but totally focused on that D side.
Caputo almost had a shot in on Benny Carroll. Benny didn't know where he was. Didn't take it. Now he's got to deal with Benny and Hugo. They know he's in the outside snake too.
Well, Tonton's also sitting on a 2-point lead right now, so pretty good positions. There's Spitzma and Axel on the D side, then Benny Carroll. Well, it looks like we're going to get a concession, so Leverage is going to concede. Because with the positions that the Tauntauns had and the body advantage, that's a frustrating one for Leverage. You see De Los Santos goes eyes to the sky, like, oh, man, we had to concede that one.
Yeah.
So that's going to spot him 3, even though they had 3 bodies out there to work with.
Well, you said you had conflicting reviews from different teams on how this field played.
Yeah,
you can see right there that if your team is up bodies, that you can get a pretty good lock. Tauntauns are good at that.
Mm-hmm. They're real good at that.
There's
that's one of the reasons they've been able to make finals.
Yeah, Leverage had nothing there.
They had fought for position, but after you have the start of the point and the middle of the point and the end of the point. It's 3-act structure, right? And after things settled, the coach looks at the positions and goes, man, there's a very small percentage chance that with low bodies, we're going to get through that cross with the positions the Tauntauns are in.
And on the other hand, Leverage, the point before, didn't have a good enough cross, didn't have good enough position, and they lost a 3-on-5, 5-on-3.
Yeah, it's a tough, excuse me, it's tough to make that call.
But there are positions to do it. But we shall see how it plays out. Still early in the event, but...
Yeah, we still got a lot to learn about how this field's going to play. But yeah, I was getting conflicting reports just based on little changes here or there, an inch there, an inch here, as far as what was containable, what was makeable off the break, and then once things settled in, as far as how fast this field was going to play. Some teams were playing, or some teams were saying, yeah, it was playing relatively fast. Other teams were saying, it kind of depended on who was able to get through and get into the snake. Let's get an update here from Bree. Well, yeah, looks like we've got a little technical difficulties there on the mic, so get that in a sec. But I believe the penalty is going to stand. So the Sea Dogs starting with 4, and one of them is going to get ripped up here. Is Baldwin going to try to get out corner on the snake side, and he gets torched. So now they're in another low body situation. Big advantage here for the Hurricanes in this tie game with 10-12 to go. Sea Dogs are going to let it roll. No concession yet in this 3-on-5.
Yeah, Hurricanes see a lot of guys standing out in the open. Sea Dogs going to lose another body out of the middle, and then they're going to go ahead and concede that point. Nothing doing there, but seeing a lot of people floating in that middle, trying to get shots on the break. Guys dying out of that little dead space.
There's some shots floating in the middle, using that big wall in the center to block out the paintballs, but it's
risky.
It's a little risky because even in the 3-man, we saw guys get smoked trying to do that same exact thing with way less bodies out here.
Yeah.
The Pits, the Sea Dogs, after going up early, 2 unanswered now for the Hurricanes.
From the tower. Let's go, boys. Keep it up. Blue.
Yeah, same line for the Tauntauns. Haven't deviated from the starting 5. And Fozy, though, going to be taking the walk as he gets shot trying to get to the tower. Both teams send a body to the wall. Body coming off for Leverage. Leverage is going to be running through as they're chasing 3 points with just 6.5 to go. They do shoot Benny Carroll on that engagement, and they're going to get past the 50 here, Todd.
Yeah, this is what you want to see. Play off that action. GJ goes through. Scotty Graham dives into the Dorito 3 and then immediately crawls into the 50 Dorito. Now can he make something out of it? Because the Tauntauns don't know he's there.
Yeah, he's wrapping around, and he's going to come through, and he's going to dice up Axel, no problem. And he's going to get all the way into the backfield before he finally gets clipped out. Hugo pops a top, trying to seize the moment here in the chaos, and he's going to have to do a big tactical retreat, knowing that's a smart move. He's got a 3-point lead to protect. He does not have to go into these guns, so he's going to try to find a safer position.
Yeah, and who's left?
De Los Santos is still left. That's it for the Tauntauns. It's just Hugo. And I think that's it for Leverage as well, too. Oh, and De Los Santos gets cyclopsed as he had no idea with the reposition for Hugo pays dividends.
Well, Scotty Graham got 2 in a 2-on-3 to make it the 1-on-1, but De Los Santos unable to make it pay off. Smart move there by Hugo.
Tauntauns starting to put up a big score here.
Baldwin, Rizzardo, Galikowski, Chong, and Salmon back at full strength. Sea Dogs headed down to the red side. Bell, Brown, Fedorov, Camp.
There you go.
And it looks like there's Seawright. Where is Nick Ripple?
Not here.
No?
Yeah. He's no longer with the Hurricanes.
Oh.
I did not know that. Heavy Guns on the break. Camp all the way up to the middle. Sea Dogs out to Dorito. One on the break, but they lose one body.
Referee running in to check the Sea Dogs snake as well. And he is clean.
Yeah, so Sea Dogs dropping that early body, 5-on-4 in favor of the Hurricanes.
Fedorov looking to get loose over there in Dorito 2 already. Bell gets shot gunfighting across the field. Here comes Seawright. He bumps up to the snake brick. Shoots a stream into that referee across the field. You can see the gap from the Dorito 2 to the Dorito 3 from Seawright's bunker. The small brick on the snake side.
Yeah, so the Sea Dogs feeling a decent amount of pressure here as they're head checking out of their spots, trying to figure out a way to get up and out. There goes Baldwin. Baldwin's going to get an outside snake 1, and Seawright, he sees the move and he launches as well too to get into outside snake 2. No one at the wall to worry about here. He's going to rip that crossfield shot at the laydown door.
Getting across that gap from the small brick to that small wedge. You know, it's like a big giant gap that the center wall can see. You know, it's I feel like we're going to see a lot of players trying to get to that wall just to keep the snake players from getting to that 50 structure, to the clovers and to the 50 brick.
Yeah, Hurricanes.
Right now, you have the Hurricanes with Daniel Camp in the middle watching that gap.
Yeah, the Hurricanes are in good spots right now. As Seawright's an outside snake 2, pumping paint to try to keep bodies from flooding up the middle and tie up the door. And then Camp, as Todd was just breaking down, is putting pressure and putting guns on that snake side to try to keep Baldwin from moving up. And then they have both Brown and Fedorov on the D side, really not engaging much. Fedorov's been in D2 for a while, and he's just not letting anybody gunfight him.
Yep, but there goes the move by the Sea Dogs into the 50 Dorito, and he's going to shoot Camp in the back, which is going to allow the snake player from the Sea Dogs to come into the small wedge.
Fedorov's going to launch and try to get a shot on Rizzardo. And he gets him clean, so Fedorov making it happen over here for the Hurricanes. And then the engagement on the snake side as they trade. Fedorov going to get the crossfield kill, so Konstantin Fedorov strikes again as the Hurricanes going to stack up 3 now, the 2-point lead.
Konstantin Fedorov strikes again. Maddie, great way to put it, because Chong had just came and bunkered out the snake Seawright, and that was going to give Baldwin the entire snake to himself.
Very patient for Fedorov. He waited for that, almost like he wanted him to get to the 50, setting a trap almost. Hard to tell, but he just was very conservative in his gunfights. It looked like he didn't just say, hey, we have this lead. I'm not going to give you any gunfights. But then as soon as he saw it, pulled the trigger immediately, bunkered him clean, and then gets the crossfield kill to polish it off. Also, good job by Brown there behind Fedorov to keep the comms going and give him what he needed.
Yeah, Fedorov shot the small brick on the Dorito side as well. Makes you wonder which way he was looking, and if he can even actually protect the 50 Dorito from that spot.
No deviation from the line for the Tonons. Leverage sends Sakaguchi up the middle. They're down 4, and they need to make something happen here, and it needs to happen fast.
Yeah, this is what you want to see from Leverage. You know, put a little bit more pressure on the Tonons. They shoot 2 bodies real quick. Benny Carroll going to have to back up out of that center. He's going to get shot on the fill as Robbie Altimore standing in Dorito 2, chopping that snake side down.
Yeah, Benny Carroll floods off the field as well, 2 dead, so it's looking real good here for Leverage. Still a couple more bodies to dig out. Hugo about to get bunkered out by Caputo. Caputo trying to be smart about it, though.
See if Caputo knows he's there.
They're going to trade, which is perfect. Because De Los Santos is right behind him, and they're also alive in the middle with GJ.
Yeah, Robbie Altamore making it all the way to the backfield of the Tauntauns. See a little fight here out of Leverage.
Yeah, down by 3 with 4:38. That's definitely possible.
Yep, they got to keep shooting bodies on the break and keep attacking. Can't just let the Tauntauns do whatever they want. Can't let the good teams do whatever they want. Go wherever they want. Make the secondaries whenever they want.
Hey, yo, 438. The kills are coming off early. Let's make a run.
Chong, Baldwin, Kaus, Rizzardo.
Hey, let's go!
Scotty Graham with a little kiss for Caputo. It's a little brotherly love in there.
Hey, on me, let's go. On me, let's go. Robbie. Down here. Sandy. Same thing. Right. Gucci. You're going to go red. You're going to shoot over the top. Then you're going to release. Alfred, you're going to sit in the ghost and shoot this fucking guy. Then come underneath. Cece, you're going to do the red raptor. That's going to draw the guns away from you so you can slip underneath.
Yo, guys, forget about the match. Worry about the point. Who cares about the match? Win this next point.
Robbie, you're going to fake out like you do in the blue raptor, but you're going to stop at the 10. Stop at the 10. We're raptor and red. We're going red. Right? Just fake them out. Just have bodies. I know. But now they're going to be on you. It's going to on
30 seconds. They're going to see you lined up. They're going to go. There it is. Stop short.
Coach Sinelli making wholesale changes mid-game. Robbie started in the snake, went to the Dorito side. De Los Santos started on the Dorito side, now playing the snake.
Yeah. Well, whatever they were doing in the beginning wasn't working, so.
Yeah.
Timeout was called by the Sea Dogs, but getting things going. With 7:14, a little bit more time left in this one. Just 2 guns up here for the Hurricanes as they're going to run up the middle and taking ground on the snake side. They drop that body on the snake side, and they're going to lose Bell as well, too. Body coming off for the Sea Dogs is 4-on-3 in favor of the Sea Dogs. It's battle going down in the middle here.
Yep, there goes another body for the Hurricanes.
Kaus comes around, tries to shoot Camp. Camp tucks back in there, and he's going to get his back blasted.
Just one body left alive. It's Fedorov in Dorito 1. But definitely cost some bodies over here for the Sea Dogs. They got Rizzardo in the 50 Dorito. Salmon right now is dealing with Fedorov. But don't see a snake player for the Sea Dogs. They might have lost both of them. I think this might be a 2-on-1. There's Salmon in the snake corner. Fedorov backed up to the Dorito small brick. Salmon and Rizzardo need to have a conversation.
Yeah. Trying to find Fedorov here. Fedorov is going to blast his way into the back corner bunker on the D side. Tries to get creative and rolls all the way out. Salmon coming up, trying to find these bodies, find the body.
And it looks like Salmon and Rizzardo are able to pinch him out.
Ooh, little half dozen there on the chest, a little extra here for Fedorov.
And then just sends about 10 more into the chest of Fedorov.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to fight Salmon, but I also don't want to piss Fedorov off while the clock's still ticking. You know what I mean?
100%.
He could go on a streak where he shoots your whole team 5 points in a row.
Indeed. We'll see how Fedorov is going to respond to those bonus balls.
Yeah. When I coached him, he did that for me plenty of times.
Level.
All right, Tauntauns with a 4-1 lead. Leverage started to look a little bit better when they got more aggressive. I was talking early in this match about how Leverage can't just sit in the back. In paintball in general, the more aggressive team tends to win, tends to have a lot more
Generally speaking, yeah.
Generally speaking.
At least in the past 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah, layouts, always a big factor, right? But, the layouts that we've gotten this year have been so fun, so exciting. I feel like we're going to have another one. We're still in the first set of the day, but we've seen already lots of space to run and shoot, stand in the open, float, attack the field quick because of the big wall. Floods of paint just flying through the big wings in the center.
Yeah, and as far as survivability on the break, it's kind of gone back and forth.
Yeah.
We've seen bloodbath breaks and seen breaks where guys are making it through streams.
But even if you lose bodies on the break, if you're still aggressive and get up into those spots where you can get fast kills, it could be a big difference for, winning points and losing points. And we've seen it from both sides now. We've seen guys get into that 50 Dorito really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Blow games open from over there, even with, bodies in the snake.
You had a little technical timeout here. As teams are waiting to go, I think we got a clock issue. And it looks like 20-second clock is running. Tonons still sizable lead given the time, but Leverage gonna have to push the issue, see if what mix of runners and guns up are they going to go with here. They're definitely going to be sending a body up to that wall. So 4 guns up, 2 of them running and shooting, 2 in the middle, and they get 5 alive, but looks like the Tauntauns also able to get their bodies out alive, which bodes well for their chances to seal up this victory. Little release from Benny Carroll is going to get up into the tower, put his gun towards the snake side. Hugo already into inside snake 2.
Axel getting shot on the break off that Dorito side. Spitzma and Anfosi looking that way from the towers in the back. Benny Carroll getting slick there in the middle as he's in that tower looking snake way, feeling pressure. Benny Carroll going back and forth, trying to find some open space to live. As Caputo really putting the pressure on him, he's going to come into in front of the little mini wedge to try and get a shot on Benny Carroll, and he does.
Great kill by Caputo, and they need to. They're on pace right now for 3 points given the time. If they can chalk up another kill, which they do, they get the shot cross field on Spitzma, and Afosi able to make it out back corner bunker on the snake side. Try to give Hugo a little bit of help, trying to figure out where he wants to put his gun. He's going to put his gun towards the D side. But the threat for Leverage, got 2 of them here at the 50-yard line, snake side.
Caputo got that extra kill across the field on Spitzma, leaving that side all the way open. And it looks like Leverage is going to try and take advantage of it right now. Getting into the 50 snake, they're going to shoot Anfosi out of the corner. Just Hugo left alive. And everybody converges on Hugo.
So now a 2-point game with a little less than 3 minutes to play. Solid 2 in a row here for Leverage. Perfectly executed, playing aggressive. Didn't even get any kills on the break. Just not the best hold play for Tauntauns. I don't think it's so much the play, it's just the execution of it.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
In the pits right now with the Tauntauns.
Well, 3-2. Hurricanes up over Sea Dogs. Sea Dogs won that last one to make it a 1-point game. But bloodbath breaks over here in this match.
Yeah. Fedorov going to dive out. Corner bunker on the D side as the Hurricanes go a little bit light. Other than that, no risk, and they lose Fedorov. So 1 body advantage here for the Sea Dogs. They doubled up the tower to start, but they're going to get Baldwin out. Already body inside snake 2. Logan Dyer for the Hurricanes at the Clover. Very quickly on some secondaries, and now the Sea Dogs are going to take that middle. I don't think the Hurricanes know there's a body up there right now. Camp's going to dig out and put his body towards the D side.
Yeah, Camp shot from the blind and then stayed back.
Logan Dyer with the run through here to clear out the body in front of him. And it's an even trade, so no one's in the snake for either squad. Bell's going to coast that way. And then he gets clipped from the middle. Had no idea that middle. That's Kaus up there.
You got to play like that middle is always hot. So we say, whenever there's a wall, the middle is always hot. You can't go nonchalant through those gaps. Because now there's just 2 bodies left alive. Camp's going to try and fill back. He's going to dive into the tower and make it. Kaus engages, but now the whole snake side is open for Salmon. Salmon can come this way. He has the big 50 brick. He's going to wrap the outside, tall enough to play it.
Salmon pinches Camp. Camp's trying to stay alive in this tower, but he's running out of breathing room.
Rizzardo into Dorito 3.
So a good stack of bodies here on the offense. Down a point for the Sea Dogs. They're trying to find a way to get past the 50 now, do it safely. Yeah, and so it's a 3-on-2 in favor of the Sea Dogs.
Brown coming up into Dorito 1. Crossed up with Camp. Camp really feeling the pressure from the Dorito side.
Kaus and Salmon having a conversation, trying to figure out how to get through this cross. Salmon needs to crawl and it's the inside part of that brick and get to their clover.
That is correct.
That's the next move. Yeah, I think Kaus is trying to joystick Salmon into that move. Yeah, there goes that's the perfect job, Kaus. Nice job, Salmon. They know the time, too. They were talking about how we got 3 minutes left. They're only down 1, so they can be very patient in this high body situation right now. 3-on-2.
Getting real small in there for Camp.
Yeah, he's a tall guy. Holds up nicely, and he's done a good job of living in that tower. He's in a really rough spot. Yeah, he couldn't get any smaller now that Salmon made that move across. That's a huge kill for Salmon. Salmon trying to finish this one off, get the shot cross field on Brown. Nicely executed close here for the Sea Dogs to tie this game up.
Rizzardo doing an excellent job on that Dorito side. Every point he's been alive. He's been putting pressure on the Hurricanes. Made a couple big moves, but Salmon over here getting it done. Other than that penalty, I mean, even on the penalty, he was the aggressor.
Yeah, Salmon's
getting it done over
here. Salmon's had a good one. Clayton Rizzardo, excellent on that D side. He was on an island in that point, too, in that 3-on-2.
And then Kaus up the middle. Getting a couple huge kills for them.
And I really like the comms back and forth with Salmon and Kaus, talking about the time, talking about where the enemies were, count, what's the next move.
Stayed in a while. No, he just walked along the back. 3-3, boy.
253.
See if Leverage can keep it going here, Todd.
Yeah, see if they
had a
can do
couple
it.
nice ones. Leverage going to risk the body in the snake off the break, and he makes it. Caputo, 5-on-5 break, and very quick into D3. That's Graham. And they're going to get the kill inside on Benny Carroll, so now 5-on-4 Leverage. But they let Hugo into the 50.
Sorry. Caputo just whipped snapshot Benny Carroll right out of that tower. That was wild.
Scotty Graham, though, getting shot, pushing the issue on the D side. Now back to a 4-on-4.
Sanborn going to fill out there to that Dorito corner with Scotty Graham's death.
Oh, Caputo, though, gets caught in that deadly gap inside Snake 2, trying to get to their clover.
I think he got shot by the Dorito brick.
And they're losing another body as well. No concession, though, in this 4-on-1. There it is.
Yeah, they had to do it. You lose a couple gunfights, it really takes away your momentum. You know, you have that initial break, you start pushing, you go up a body, but then, you know, lose a gunfight here, lose a gunfight there. Now, guys, you have to be a little more cautious with their bodies, but, you know, just not so much time on the clock. They got to go together from the get, right?
At least for Leverage, they didn't, when they went down a decent amount of points, they didn't roll over. They had a good answer here. As long as they keep this one close, you get 3 more games to work with.
I mean, they had the opportunity to continue to push quicker, right? But Tonons also pushed down the snake side fast as well. And that was huge for them at that point.
Different situation here, tied 3-3 with 2.5 to go as the Hurricanes send a body up into the middle. And they get outside on the snake side. haven't risked a body to the D side yet. Neither did the Sea Dogs.
Oh, but Baldwin's going to get shot, doubling up that tower with Salmon.
But they get a kill on Fedorov, so it's 4-on-4. Another body coming off. It's for the Sea Dogs, 3-on-4 in favor of the Hurricanes.
Yeah, he tried to jump the gap with Salmon, or with Camp sitting in that center wall, just looking that way.
So Campbell taking the walk. They're also going to lose Rizzardo as well, too. So options dwindling here. It's just Kaus and Salmon. Kaus is going to run up into that middle. He's going to look snake side. He hears the gun. He's going to wrap around and blast Camp's back, but can he survive this engagement? He does not. So good, decent zone control here for the Hurricanes as they get that trade in the high body situation. That leaves just Salmon left alive. As he's going to get to the 50-yard line. They're going to let him roll for a little bit. Now they need to concede the point.
Yeah, and there was 3 bodies left alive. That was going to be tough for Salmon. But minute and a half. Still only down 1. This one, 2 minutes left. Tonons up 3. Stop that run of Leverage after they put 2 on the board. But, you know, Leverage, they got to send it as a team. Tonons really good at shooting on the break, covering zones. You know, they're going to continue to push up the field, too. So Leverage going to need to shoot some bodies on the break.
Timeout being called by the Tonons. We're in the pits with the Hurricanes.
I think I shot it with a bone shot. But maybe somebody heads up. I'm not sure. Because I was really shot, but I don't think
it was the heads up money. If they doubled it, it was
oh, and this was on our side.
B shot you.
Double money and then you. Yeah, because it's like fall coming from my. Yeah. I know, because I pulled him in and like, I thought I pulled him. It was like fucking
Logan, your gun's right here.
Let's go, boys.
Hey, Logan. Logan, listen to me.
I'm grabbing more. How many you need, Brian? Hey, let's go get this point, boys. Who needs what? Who needs what? Hey,
Back on the field now. Tonons trying to seal up this victory, burn some clock. Leverage going to have to play hyper fast pace. No choice now. They want to try to win this one. With the rule changes, margin doesn't mean what it used to. So you can go chasing. A little more fun to watch these situations now.
Sakaguchi jumps the center brick and gets Benny Carroll on the way up.
And then Caputo is going to run down Hugo. GJ is going to continue and get onto their side of the field, but he's going to get shot from the D side.
And here's De Los Santos at the 50 brick.
Spitzman got shot. Yeah, Spitzman got shot out of the can here, Todd. De Los Santos on your screen. Trying to push the issue.
Oh, and he shoots Anfosi in the elbow on the switch.
So now it's just Axel Godin to deal with. But 2 other bodies have walked off for Leverage. So I think it's a one-on-one with De Los Santos and Axel Godin. De Los Santos really has to put him in and try to make moves. As we're down to a minute, they're still down 3, so really got no choice here in this one-on-one but to be ultra aggressive in these gunfights, and he's doing exactly that. Oh, and he gets clipped over the top, and Axel Godin holds the line, wins the one-on-one, and we'll put another point on the board here for the Tonons. We could see another point, which isn't going to matter as far as the fate of this game is concerned.
Yeah, and I don't think Leverage is going to concede the point.
Yeah, no concession from Leverage, and then see if the Tonons, I doubt they're going to want to play another one. Be pretty stoked with this 6-2 victory here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to just burn that clock off, let it get down to maybe 5 seconds.
So Tonons Arsenal getting their first win of the day.
They'll look here at the replay as Axel Godin, number 91 for the Tonons. De Los Santos just caught over the top, keeping his head up a little bit too much there as he was trying to load. Fatigue might have been an issue. Keeping that head a little too high, could have ducked in, but I'm not going to knock him. He had to play ultra aggressive there. given the situation with the time and the point spread. Yeah, it looks like Coach Pasquale is still not happy with his guys right now, even with the 4-point win. They look a little dejected in there.
Il pourrait y avoir 3 mecs dans les demi-tours, t'es mort en 1 contre 1 côté Snake.
Pascal, si tout d'un coup je peux venir à l'intérieur et tout.
This one's still to be decided. Minute 28 could come down to this break. Sea Dogs are going to double up the tower again, and then the inside and out move into the player up the middle.
Brown gets shot off the Dorito side for the Hurricanes, and Seawright taking one in the goggles.
Ooh, Couch just moved the bunker.
Campbell walks off for the Sea Dogs. Bodies coming left and right. There's the trade in the middle.
Yeah,
There's 2 bodies left alive for the Hurricanes.
Trades out with Camp, so that's a good trade here for Kaus. Gives the Sea Dogs a chance as we crack the minute mark. They got to keep it going. Cody Chong, he goes on the attack. Gets into outside Snake 2, and then cuts to the inside beam and hits the deck. He's going to crawl past the 50. Stops actually at the 50 to check off the angle on the D side.
Dyer and Fedorov, and it looks like Chong is going to get shot.
I think that was Bell cross field. That's a crucial kill from Bell. Man, that's a huge kill for, no, Fedorov. It was Fedorov on that cross field kill, so he's stacking up some confirmed kills here.
Oh, but there goes Dyer, takes one in the front of the loader from the Dorito side. 20 seconds on the clock.
So it's a 2-on-1. And Rizzardo is going to bunker out Fedorov and hit the buzzer with 11 seconds left. Should have a tie game here as long as Rizzardo is clean. Thumbs up from the ref. He is 4-4. It's likely going to be heading into overtime. Let's check. It looks like Breeze got Hugo down on the sidelines.
Thank you, Maddie. Yes, I'm here with Hugo Verhage. And run me through what helps you the most during these early matches when there's not much rain yet.
It was good, good match. It's always good to confirm what we did during the practice. So, yeah.
And what are the disadvantages of the field at the moment that you've noticed?
We got, we did a lot of mistakes, I think, both sides. Even me, I get shot like a couple of times, like badly, so. And even Dorito side in the middle, like everywhere. We just need to correct those mistakes. And
all right, we'll work on buttoning those up later on this weekend. Back to you guys.
Tell you what, Hugo, even out with that 4-point win, he's out there getting interviewed looking like he just took a 4-point loss. But what that tells me is that's a team that wants to, actually get out here and do the hard work to win a tournament.
100%.
Yeah, they are very honest with themselves, and even with the victory, just focusing on those mistakes that they have to clean up. So we're going to get one of these, I doubt somebody's going to try to steal it with 11 seconds. So this is just a little extra timeout.
Well, the reason why the Tonons are so successful is because you always see them having those conversations, right? It's always calm. They've been the same group for a really long time, so they obviously trust each other. They can be honest and vulnerable with each other, and like that's such a huge part of this game. It's less like you have to know exactly what your teammates are thinking, what they're doing, why they do what they do. So that way you can help them out, help your teammate be successful. This is a team game, and it's hard. So anything you can do to make the job easier for your teammate, the better. Overtime point. Looks like Brown's going to get shot on the break for a second point in a row going to that Dorito camp.
Yeah, this is that 11-second free timeout point. And then we'll head into overtime here. So the regulation time expired. So now we'll have 2 minutes in between before we get to this next, to this overtime point. But Todd, just kind of speak on what you're just talking about as far as the mentality needed to be elite out here. If you're a coach or a leader on a team, a veteran presence on a team, we used to joke that being a coach, you're 25% tactician, 25% strategy, and then 50% psychologist.
100%.
So
I think you had about 80% psychologist before.
Yeah, 10.
The numbers have come down.
Yeah, it depends on who you're working with.
Yeah.
You don't really have to teach Hugo Verhage much tactics.
Right.
Got to discuss a little strategy, but keeping that mind right is the most important thing. Would be big here for the Sea Dogs to take down the Hurricanes. Hurricanes been around a little bit longer, but I love this new roster for the Sea Dogs. I think picking up Chong was awesome, getting Baldwin on the squad, kind of making this a little bit of a Canadian all-star team. And then the core of the team's real solid.
Yeah.
Rizzardo, he's a stud. Salmon's really good. Like what we're seeing out of Kaus.
Yeah, you have to have that center bruiser. You know?
De Los Santos.
Right.
He's good too. They don't have any slouches on that team. Campbell, Galikowski. They got some solid boys on that squad. So, but the Hurricanes been around longer, been deeper on Sundays.
Now we have the overtime point coming up here.
Yeah, Hurricanes currently ranked 5th overall with a 4th and a 7th. Sea Dogs down at 16th, so this would be big for them if they could take down the Hurricanes.
And overtime's a 3-on-3. So
yeah, then Sunday it'll be back to 5-on-5, but in the prelims 3-on-3. Can't get a winner here. It'll be 1-on-1s.
So Bell, Camp, and Fedorov. Salmon, Galikowski looks like, and Rizzardo.
Big bite up the middle for the Hurricanes. Or sorry, for the Sea Dogs. Seeing Galikowski all the way up there. He's going back and forth, not touching the bunker. More conservative break for the Hurricanes as they double stack Camp and Bell at the tower with the heavy guns. And the conservative look doesn't produce a kill, so 3-on-3.
And the Sea Dogs have been playing the 3-man, haven't they? They didn't play yesterday.
Yeah, they did. I think so. They went,
they did yesterday.
Yeah, they did, and they went deep in Dover. They made it to the semifinals.
That's what I'm saying.
There's the kill here for the Sea Dogs, so now they go up 3-on-2. That's the risk. Oh, but then Salmon gets his loader striped. That's a great kill from Bell to even up the count now 2-on-2.
Good shot there by Bell on Salmon. Salmon just got a little lazy over the top.
Yeah, but I think Galikowski just got that kill. Did he shoot Fedorov? No, they shoot Bell. No, they shoot Bell?
They shot Bell on the field of the snake corner.
Okay, that's what it was. So now it's back to a 2-on-1, but it's Fedorov out there. Anytime he's alive, regardless of the count, he's got a chance, but they're going to blast Fedorov, and the Sea Dogs are going to take the victory here. Upset victory for the Royal City Sea Dogs in overtime. Huge play by Galikowski, gets up aggressively in the middle, and that ended up being the difference maker, and also the that early kill on Camp. But Rizzardo and Galikowski finishing it off.
Jake, do you want to do next year? I said Mark.
Fuck yeah, Mark.
That's going to do it here for this set. Congrats to the Tauntauns and the Sea Dogs. Next up is going to be Infamous taking on Houston Heat and Collision versus Distortion here 2026 NXL Midwest Open. We'll be right back here in Cincinnati, Ohio in just a couple minutes.
Time to connect.
We're fucking perfect. Let's go. Every team in this fucking league. We're fucking more today. Let's go, boys. Get on 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Come in.
fucking highs and lows, all right? Everything. Energy. It's all fucking energy. Let's go, huh?
Who's got my back? I got your back. Who's got my back? I got your back.
All right, stay close to the fucking highs and lows, all right? Everything. Energy. It's all fucking energy. Let's go, huh?
Get the aggression back, right?
Fuck every team in this fucking league.
Welcome back. Second set prelims here. Friday's competition. Going to be Infamous taking on Houston Heat. Also in the set, Collision and Distortion here at the NXL Midwest Open. I'm Matty Marshall with Todd Martinez. Houston Heat, their third event, needs to try to make something happen to improve their standing. 16th currently overall with a 13th and a 19th. At the last one, they went 0-4 the last event in Dover. And this roster is stacked, so it's always tough, though, when you change that much. They bring Mikowski out here. Still got Mishka, Dizon. Sam Monville back in the fold now. Looks like Saldana's going to be the first attacker on the Snake side.
Well, they're going to need a big event out of Saldana. This Snake is such an important part of this field. But Houston Heat with the big guns on the break, doubling up the can, getting Saldana into the Snake too. Right off the rip, Sam Monville playing that middle. He's definitely going to buckle up that chin strap.
Well, in
and go
Infamous,
through that middle of the field.
Their opponents here, Todd, Infamous, made it all the way to the finals in their conference in the three-man yesterday. We'll see if that can carry on over here to the 5-on-5. They've also had some changes to their roster, trying to become stronger. And they are definitely overdue to go deep on a Sunday. So maybe that will be this event here in Cincinnati. Both teams looking pretty good on the offense on the D side for Infamous, but Saldana first to get to the 50 in the Snake in this 5-on-5 situation.
Yeah, Infamous is going hard down that Dorito side right now. They're already in Dorito 3, sent back up from the middle over to Dorito 1, and Trevor Reeser backed up out of that center Aztec could go to the can. Really trying to push hard down that way. They probably saw the double up, but Mishka came up and made it into Dorito 2 for heat. And like you said, Saldana here owns the real estate in the snake at the 50 right now with Cody Mikowski behind him.
Yeah, so a little bit better on the D side here for Infamous at D2 and D3, and better here definitely on the snake side for Houston Heat. And Cody Mikowski is pumping paint towards that D3 to try to keep him from, well, he's blocked out from the pin if he comes around to make the move, but he definitely has that good inside shot.
Oh, I think I see Bowen trying to make a move on the inside of the snake. Yep, Bowen, who played really well yesterday in that 3-man, but he gets shot.
Saldana calling that kill. A 5-on-4 situation in favor of Houston Heat. Saldana popping the top, going aggressive. Looks like he might want to try to commit on the move, or no, he should just stay there for now. If he wants to make a move, he should cut to the inside, hit the deck, and crawl up into their clover.
Here comes the attack down the Dorito side for Infamous. Coming onto Heat side of the field, Sam Monville sees it. He's going to attack up the middle to try and shoot him in the back.
Nice move from Monville.
Mishka bumps into Dorito 3. Monville now owns the center.
Tony Mikowski's gotten closer to Saldana. He's in outside snake 2. And here comes Mishka pushing down. They get the 2 kills. So both players on the attack die for Infamous. And this should be the difference maker here. So Saldana with the early movement on the snake side. They get the kill on the snake attacker with Bowen for Infamous. And they contain Infamous's aggression. Get those kills on the D side. Beautiful job by Mishka. Here in point number 1.
Perfect point there for Houston Heat. All right, coming on the field now for Distortion. We got Roberts, Blue, Unger. We didn't see Blue and Unger yesterday in the 3-man. Askren. And it looks like Haber is going to get the start. A couple players that were on Distortion last event now on Collision. Avery, who's playing so well for Distortion, now going to be running Snake for Collision. We didn't see Danny Park yesterday, but still don't see him today. That looks like, is that Danny Park right there?
No, that's Castro.
It is Castro. Castro played really well yesterday.
Yeah, so Avery Wynn drawing the start. Got Trujillo. Looks like they're going to blast Castro. Collision does go up to the wall. 5-on-4 in favor of Distortion, though. Who's going to win this battle? Well, both number 7s.
Distortion losing 2 bodies. Nobody on the Dorito side. Boyum up in the middle right now for Collision, and he's going to shoot Haber, who didn't check off the gap, and going to trade Askren.
Oh, they collide. So Boyum and Askren go chest to chest here and trade out. Yeah, and Haber taking that walk. So
if your middle guy can leave with 2 bodies, you're going to win most of these points.
Gave it away.
Just Unger left alive here for Distortion in this snake tower.
Yeah, a couple early deaths here costing Distortion, as Unger's going to scurry over and he's going to get pinched out. So Collision going to go up by 1 here as soon as they figure out the count.
Here comes Trujillo. Nobody there.
Yeah, so Isaiah was the, looks like I believe that is Isaiah is going to be the first attacker on the D side.
Yeah.
And then on this side it was Wynn and Castro. Or sorry, Trujillo. Castro got shot off the break. I mean, Collision has a ton of bodies. The Collision camp, I think, has 40 or 50 dudes in it.
Yeah.
And they play all the time. Let's get a look at this replay as Boyum and Askren see each other and launch at the same time. Both those are some big boys right there. About equal in height and weight.
And that is why there's usually a little snake knuckle on the side of that thing.
That's not going to be the last time we see that this weekend.
Right.
Next point here with Infamous, down to Houston Heat. Silberg going to go all the way off the break up into the wall. Oh, and he catches him. So great job by Silberg. Pop the top at the right time to get that kill, but they're going to be losing Danny Schonauer, so 4-on-4.
And Callie Rudolph going to get shot long distance out of that snake tower. Jonah bumps up into Dorito 1. Silberg probing the middle of the field. He's got Ryan Hall behind him. 3 bodies left alive for Infamous.
Saldana pushing that inside angle, try to get across the gap, and he's actually going to get that kill on it, Silberg, as he dove across the gap. Excellent kill there from Saldana. Ryan Hall gets into outside snake 1. There's the back line for Houston Heat. Mikowski on it on the calls, yelling kill 3 crossfield.
So and then Saldana takes a snapshot to the forehead from Ryan Hall. And then Ryan Hall goes coast to coast and shoots out the brick on the Dorito side.
Oh, I think he might have bounced him. They're not calling out that brick as the referee gets in there and calls him clean.
Oh, that sure looked like he shot him. Ronnie Dizon still alive. Yeah. There's that ball right there, right in the corner of his bunker.
Yeah, Dizon living to fight another day.
Oh, man.
Mikowski going to filter out into outside snake 1 as Ryan Hall's going to look inside. Hall's got to get a head check down that sideline, though. He's going to get eaten up by Mikowski. He's going to lose Jonah Jamrose, and then he does trade out with Mikowski, but there's still Mishka and Dizon alive to put up Houston Heat's second point.
Houston Heat looking sharp this morning.
Yeah, line looking pretty dialed here. No Ryan Moorhead. He has injured his groin last weekend. So that is a hit to their depth chart to have former World Cup MVP Ryan Moorhead not able to play this one. So first event that Moorhead has been injured in 24 years, I believe. Which is pretty impressive.
Keep it up, Pete.
Well, 20 seconds. Like you said, Heat went 0-4 last event. They had to make some changes.
Hey, your lines are perfect.
This line, pretty good line. First 2 points, off to a good start.
What was your last breakout now?
See if they can keep up that pace.
Andy, way to be.
Collision, 2 bodies up the middle on the break. 1 splits to the snake. We saw Big Vince Newell going up to that center wall. We saw that yesterday. They shoot 1 body for Distortion, make that 2 bodies for Distortion. Yeah, but they lose Trujillo.
Yeah, change of the lines. Antetomaso and Newell are out there, and Danny Park. So 3 new bodies out there for Collision, and they are up bodies again. So looking pretty solid here. If Newell can just go trade out with Askren, got to keep his gun up. Yeah, so he's going to trade with Askren. Clean run, no penalty assessed. Ooh, actually going to be a minor. They're going to pull a minor on Distortion. Danny Park popping the top here. Feeling no pressures. Jackson Blue feeling the pinch.
Yeah, last body alive on the Dorito side for Distortion. Frank's going to bump out here to the snake corner. And Jackson Blue. Too many bodies. Danny Park going to walk in, hit that buzzer.
Waiting for a check. Really like the throwback JT camo pants.
Yeah.
That Collision's rocking right now.
The Nikki Cuba specials.
Giving me some like 2004, 2005 vibes.
Right.
I think I still have a pair of those in my garage somewhere.
I'm sure you do. A lot more calm in their pit than it was yesterday to start the 3-man.
Hey, Middleton.
Spreading the playtime around. I'm going to get Middleton in as well, too. Well, they're up 2. Houston Heat also up 2. And they're going to get Buffton in the mix. He's going to go up the middle. They lose Mikowski, though. They might be losing Saldana as well, too, as Infamous losing their attacker on the D side. And they're going to be losing another body out of the snake as Bowen takes the walk.
Yeah, Infamous went heavy guns towards the snake side. They bounced Saldana and shot Cody. They still have 4 bodies left alive here and good real estate as Buffton is up in the middle and Saldana's alive in snake 2. Ronnie and Mish going to work on the Dorito side. Trevor Reeser in the middle. He's going to bump across to the snake. Does not look like he made it across that gap. Nope, he's going to get pulled out. 2 bodies left alive now for Infamous in the towers. Saldana on the creep up to the 50 snake, but another body getting shot out. That's Rob Velez out of that snake tower. Houston Heat looking dialed right now.
Yeah, they really are, Todd. Everything's working out for him. Even dropping Minkowski absorbed it no problem because they got 2 early kills. So the shots are accurate here. The reads are correct, and they are up 3 here against Infamous. I mean, Heat is they're at the bottom of the barrel in this bracket. It's Fit, Tauntauns, Infamous 3rd tier, then Leverage, and then Heat.
I mean, for so long, you know, they're one of the top teams in the league.
Yeah, and again, just not changing leadership, changing roster.
The league got better.
Yeah, the league definitely got better. But 3 points does not a tournament make, so they need to remain focused here because there's still a lot of time left on the clock. 12:34 left in this one here as Collision. Both teams right back to the middle. In Trade City so far this morning, if you're just joining us. Letting outside wide, snake side with Haber. Got Unger right beside him for Distortion. Here on the blue side, Collision on the red side. Castro back in the mix, and he's an inside snake too. Haber's gonna mirror him up. And looks like
Avery
body.
in.
Is that Avery taking the walk?
Yep. Here comes the trade in the middle. Boyum, oh, he doesn't get the body. So Boyum doesn't get the body. Avery walks off. And Collision loses their Dorito player. Things going awry right now for Collision as here comes Haber on the attack down the snake. He shoots out Frank. And it looks like Distortion should be able to put a point on the board here.
Yeah, a little bit of chaos with the aggression on the finish. Works out perfectly for Distortion as they still have 3 bodies left alive. Yeah, the death of Avery and then no trade in the middle really gave Distortion a big advantage. Jackson Blue doing the spin. Thumbs up from the ref point is good, and we got ourselves a game now.
Yeah, Distortion had to be stoked to actually get 5 bodies out alive for once. Definitely took advantage of it as they shot some early bodies. Still think you got to keep pressing the middle like they are, though. You got to be up there.
Yeah, it seems to be the meta. See if that changes, but
yeah.
Like Ryan Hall, prepared for the rain, throwing it back with the forward baseball cap like Yosh Rao.
That was the style in the 90s.
It was. Back when we didn't wear face masks.
Crazy people. All right, here we go.
A little bit of a slip here from Mikowski. 2 up the middle for Infamous. They're chasing 3.
Ronnie Dizon going to get shot on the break, going out to the Dorito side for Heat. Running referee coming to get Trevor Reeser. He walks off. Schonauer's still alive. He jumps into the wall. Referee chasing Trevor Reeser down. And nothing extra. But Ryan Hall takes the snake.
And he's going to come around and trade out with Buffton.
Yeah, you'll take that. Because now Ryan Hall can go to work on the snake side. Saldana's over there somewhere.
Here comes Monville into the snake.
Monville.
Yeah.
The Monville now at the 50 brick.
Monville putting the pressure on Callie Rudolph from this 50 snake brick inside. Ryan Hall posted, waiting for Monville to commit. Monville's going to go inside.
Infamous in that Dorito corner. Snake 2 and Callie here in the snake tower.
I think it's the 10 in the snake and the 4.
Sam Monville trying to figure it out right now, making the calls. Nice move right there by Ryan Hall. Can he make it pay off?
Yeah, Ryan getting crafty, but Monville checks off in that inside, and he's going to get that kill. And that's going to be a minor penalty assessed here on Ryan Hall. Should pull out Callie Rudolph. And even though Infamous is past the 50, On the D side, it's not going to matter. He gets run down by Mishka, and Monville and Mikowski still alive. Put their 4th point in a row up here for Houston Heat.
You like the thinking of Ryan Hall in that situation, but Sam just happened to be looking inside. Caught him and then drew the penalty. Another point on the board for Houston Heat.
Yeah, that's a rough one for Ryan Hall. Because I like that move.
Yeah.
Monville was just very proactive in his spot. You get a lesser player you're playing against there, and he's just too focused. He's like, oh, I got the outside containment here. I'm going to try to wrap around. That would have worked out nicely here for Ryan Hall.
Yeah. The good news is the more games we play, the more times we're going to see what works and what doesn't work.
Indeed.
And everybody's scouting. Everybody's got scouts out here. Teams are out here watching games. They're watching the same thing. What's working, what's not. What are players' tendencies when they get into these spots? It makes this game fun. It develops over the weekend.
Vince Newell taking the walk for Collision from the backfield. They're going to be dropping Snake player as well, too, with Danny Park. So down to 3, and they are stuck in the pocket for Collision, sitting on this 1-point lead, but maybe not for long. Collision going to have to deal with Askren up the middle, and he's focused on trying to keep Trujillo in that spot. Haber's looking to make his move up, but doing it carefully. He gets across from the outside, Snake 2.
And Askren, big tall guy there in the middle, standing at that wedge. Got a great line on Trujillo. Trujillo's going to have to battle his way in. And does he get through? He makes it to the outside, gets into the corner.
It's tough that Askren let Trujillo make it through that gap. Very patient was Trujillo, timed it perfectly.
But Askren did buy some time for his Snake player to get into the 50 brick. Oh, Boyum getting shot across the field from the Dorito side. Trujillo tries to gun battle that center wall, and he gets shot.
Yeah, Askren with the kill. And they're going to be losing Haber. No penalty assessed on Haber, so that's good for Distortion. There's one body left alive for Collision.
Isaiah. That looks like...
Yeah, so they're going to save Isaiah a little cleanup and a little pain.
Infamous here, down 4-0. Nearly 8 minutes on the clock.
That is enough time for a comeback. However, they just have not been able to string together a series of moves to be efficient enough to take down Houston Heat. It just looks very crisp this morning.
And Infamous looked really sharp yesterday.
It did.
Went all the way to the finals. Played Dynasty to a 1-point game there at the end. But struggling out here in the 5-man today. Heavy guns towards the Snake side. Unable to shoot Saldana, who makes it to the corner. But they do get Ronnie Dizon going up to the Dorito brick. One body advantage. Sam Monville's going to cut across to the Dorito brick. Infamous in that center Aztec, but not up to the wall. There you see Bowen on your screen, who played really well yesterday, jumps into the clover.
Makes it clean. So better field position right now for Infamous in the Snake as Heat's on a hold play here. Just trying to burn time. Bowen pushing the issue, crawls up to the 50-yard line in the Snake. Saldana's thinking about answering as well, too. He's going to scurry and get into the Snake 1.
Sam Monville getting shot out of that small brick. Infamous with the quick move into the 50 Dorito. Already crossed onto Heat's side of the field, but can't capitalize as he gets picked off from across the field. I think it might have been from Saldana or Mikowski.
I think that was Mikowski.
Here comes Bowen crawling into the 50 Snake. Infamous getting another body on the inside. They're going to pinch out Saldana. 2 bodies left alive in the towers.
I think Saldana just got shot on a bounce shot. He was tucked in. Either that or Miska shot him in the back. because he was tucked into that spot pretty tight.
Bowen really pressing the issue here, hammering Cody Mikowski's bunker.
Mikowski, he gets picked off as Infamous pushing the D side again, trying to get past the 50-yard line, and they are going to get that last kill here on Mishka. Velez going to sprint in to preserve time. Infamous finally on the board. It's a 3-point match with a little under 6 to go.
Look who's out there, the old boy Nathan.
Spark plug?
Yes, sir.
Like pretty close to the same. Yeah, so it's Blue, Roberts, Askren, Unger, and Haber for Distortion. Let's see how focused Infamous looks. They look pretty focused.
Let's go!
There he is. There we go, Nate. It's like they're Tyler Harmon.
Yeah, 100%. Unger, Askren, Haber, Blue, and Roberts. Referee going to run out and pull one, maybe pull two.
Boyum right back up in the mix. First Askren in the middle as Castro gets into the snake, but they do drop a body here for collision.
3 bodies coming off now for Distortion. It's going to be just Haber and Unger.
Yeah. Collision looking real good here as long as they keep the count. They got a lot of time to work with here. Need to make sure they can close out this high body situation right now and not get caught sloppy.
Like that. Haber, it's twice now he's tried to make a move up the snake and hasn't checked off that center wall. Unger just wanted to get off the field. He gets blasted. Collision going to go up 1. Still tons of time in this match.
Yeah, these points are going pretty quick. If Infamous can continue to mount this comeback. Austin Buffton coming back in with Dizon, Moorhead, Monville, Mishka. And who's going to be the 5th body? It's going to be Cody, of course.
Coach Iannucci already has that ticking time bomb look on his face down there in the Distortion pits.
Well, he needs to yell at Haber. Yeah. So Haber stops not checking off before he makes that move over here on the snake side. That would help a little bit. I mean, it was a lot to a little on the body count, but still the principle remains the same. A lot of guns up here for Houston Heat. They try to get Monville into the snake. He's going to get a check from the ref. 5 alive for Infamous, as Monville, I believe, should be alive as well, too. No, they're going to pull him out of there. So advantage Infamous as they run up, dive into D2. Already in snake 2 with Bowen. He gets across into the clover.
Man, Bowen risked it. Did he make it? He did not.
They lose another body as well, so options dwindling here for Infamous in this point. Just 3 players out there.
Rob Velez dots the eye of Buffton, posted on him on the creep. What a shot there by.
Somebody needed to do something because it was looking scary here for Infamous. The bodies were getting whittled down. And Velez not feeling any pressure. He's going to continue to bully his way up the field. Almost catches one popping the top from the brick. Wraps around trying to put paint on the tower. Mishka on the D side. He releases into D3 as Ryan Hall tries to counter that move by going to the can. Mishka now at the 50.
Yeah, Ryan Hall saw that flash go by. Mishka, he's going to be able to come into their side and shoot Rob Velez in the side. Nowhere to hide over there. Mishka going to work right now. Here comes Cody Mikowski down the snake side. Things are going to get real tight for Ryan Hall. Nowhere to hide. Houston Heat puts another one up.
Yeah, beautiful play by Mishka Kesnev over there. Had to get creative. Had to get to the 50 and then crawl about 2-3 feet past it, because with how that 50 wall structure and the pin over there is, needed to get past that. Knew that shot, dialed perfectly, didn't miss it at all, and connected on Rob Velez, who was becoming a little bit of a thorn in Houston Heat side over here on the snake side. Moorhead is suited up, though. I talked to him yesterday. He said, I'm not going to play,
Peace, way to go, baby.
which was killing his paintball soul a bit, but he's decided to suit up just in case.
Yeah.
He's like, I could play, but I really, really shouldn't, and if I do, I'm going to be limited on what I can do. Maybe playing a back bunker, shooting my gun, which is not Moorhead's game.
No. Collision with the 1-point lead. Heavy float. Castro going to get shot, though, trying to make that float secondary into the snake. Trujillo going to make the quick bump out to the snake corner this time. Referee running in and checking Aspirin in the middle. He's still alive. 5-on-4. Distortion with the advantage. Boyum in that center Aztec-looking snake way.
Yeah, Collision doesn't look like they want to make moves right now. You got the outside move. Well, Trio needs to clean his barrel real quick, so he's going to do that. And then Boyum's stuck at the Aztec inside. Isaiah is at the can going back and forth, and then Frank's on 2 knees right now. He's not going anywhere for a little bit. Oh, now he's up. He might be able to make this move across into the snake.
We just haven't seen a lot of a Dorito side push from Collision.
They have the bodies to do it.
Yep, and there goes Isaiah looking snake way, getting shot on the inside. Boyum, he gets shot as well.
You have to have a punch on both sides of this one.
Yes.
If you want to win. And in the middle. Collision. Not able to contain. Distortion now wrapping around the 50-yard line on the D side. And they let him across. Trujillo sees the move. Life's going to get real tough here for Frank in this tower. He is leaning into that thing, tucking in as much as he possibly can, and just living by his gun on the snake side.
Trujillo can't help him either.
He gets pinched. Trujillo gets pinched. And we have ourselves another tie game.
Couple battles here this morning. Already Sea Dogs and Hurricanes go to overtime. Back and forth match here now with Distortion and Collision. My question all weekend is going to be, how often do you get up in that middle? You go there every point. The other team's just going to go there every point and go trade out, right? So you got to be somewhat selective. But I do feel like you're going to have to be up there at least 80% of the time quickly. Because if you don't and they go, then they're going to get to do whatever they want. Play the middle, lock off your snake side with no pressure.
Especially if the guy's over 6 foot tall.
Yes.
Because then not only can he lock off your snake side, but he can shoot multiple spots, popping the top over the big brick in the middle.
Yep, and it looks like Buffton just got 1, and now Buffton's going to get 2. So if he gets your first guy, and then you have to send a body to trade with them, and your middle guy always walks off taking 2 with them, you're not going to win any of those points. That's going to be very tough.
Yeah, because then someone else is going to have to kill multiple bodies.
Yep.
Just to get it even.
So.
Bit of a big ask. Yeah, no, it is going to be interesting to see how the strategy is going to develop and how often you have to commit to the middle off the break, and then who you send there. Because if you send somebody that's 5'6", they're going to be having to play the sides. They can't play over the top.
Yep. Send your big guy, send your bruiser. Know the job.
And you're going to have to send somebody that's going to be willing to either be bunkering or getting bunkered or trading out, sometimes colliding with the other guy for 4 games straight here in the prelims.
Yeah. And it helps if he's fast. So Heat here with a 5-1 lead. 3 minutes left in the game. Seem pretty content to really not force it after losing a couple bodies. They're going to make Infamous have to come to them as Infamous is lost.
Yeah, they've already put up such a big lead. With 2:42 left, even down a bot. It does. I mean, this is just run off as much clock as you possibly can. Try to get this down to, if you lose the point, try to get it in somewhere in the minute 30.
Yeah. Well, Infamous, they do have, they shoot Mishka. Reeser's in the middle Does he shoot Ronnie on the bump up? Nope. Ronnie shoots Trevor on the bump. Infamous still in control of the snake.
Yeah, they still have Rob Velez over here, and they're past the 50 on the D side. Ronnie Dizon's going to go try to deal with him. Not able to do it. Gets shot almost pretty much into the ground, and not able to connect on a trade. So it leaves just Minkowski going back and forth here from the tower, and he's going to get a face full, and we'll have a 3-point spread with minute 55 left to go.
I fell.
Silberg chirping Ronnie over here.
Yeah, it's interesting too because Rob Velez, right now, he was with Heat at the start of the season.
Yep.
And then just made the move to go back to Infamous.
I don't know. Trevor, did you shoot Trevor, did you debug?
So early on, I watched how Andy died, right? And the other thing that was bothering me, no one's watching Cody if he launches. So I don't want to just play hard and ignore that he can just highway me NASCAR.
Les and Jonah Jamrose.
Yep.
Back here, tie game, close one, much closer. 3-3, 7:36 to go. And we could see this rate, 6 more points, Todd.
Yeah, seriously. But, you know, are they going to let Askren run freely up that middle again? Oh, they're going to send Malsom. We saw this yesterday.
Yeah, AJ Malsom going up to the tower, and they're going to hold him back. So, Todd, as you were talking about with strategy, and looks like Collision sent a body through the middle. That's Avery Wynn, and he gets, I mean, he's going to have to go through a car wash with how much paint he has on him right now.
Exactly what we're just talking about. If you keep sending that guy up there, the other team's going to send somebody to come get you. Avery comes around, he's not there. The game that they decide to hold him back, and all of a sudden Avery's just walking off covered in it.
Somebody grab the garden hose because Wynn's going to need it.
Yeah.
They do get the drop on Malsom, though. So Malsom taking the walk. Collision after doubling up the tower, going to get Trujillo out of there with Danny Park in front of him. So a triple stack of bodies going towards the snake wave for Collision.
Yeah, Danny Park posted up, probably on Askren in the middle. But nobody in the snake for Distortion. Danny Park crossing the 50, but Trujillo tries to go in standing up, gets shot by Jackson Blue across the field.
Yeah, a little bit of a sloppy move there for Trujillo.
Yeah, he thought because Danny Park was past the 50, he could just waltz in there. Got clipped.
There's still 4 bodies left alive for Distortion. It's not like they're down to 1 or 2, so need to be a little bit more crisp on the moves. That does leave Danny here by himself in the snake. On to Distortion side of the field. Robert's going to get out of the can and go towards the D side here. Give his attacker a little bit more help. Askren still posted up with that inside temple looking D side.
Danny Park pops the clover. Unger tucks in for dear life.
Yeah, Unger's just trying to survive over here. And he's going to put his guns D side way as well.
Askren also tucked in. Danny Park trying to get a kill from the snake. Jackson Blue takes that opportunity to dive into the 50 Dorito. Roberts bumps up behind him into the Dorito 1.
Jackson Jackson going back and forth there a little bit. Called, try to see if he could get an angle here on Danny. And Danny putting a lot of pressure here, keeping Unger and Askren tucked into their spots as much as possible. Askren looking his way. Unger going to try to wrap. A little bit of a risky wrap there for Unger, but stays alive.
If we get into this situation a lot where one guy is really far in the snake and you're able to get that second guy in that snake, I feel like that second guy is going to have a lot of creative opportunities. We haven't really seen that yet a whole lot this morning.
Unless he somehow unless he died somehow, there is another. Yeah, he's over there. He's just at the baby Dorito. I think that's Frank.
No, it's Frank. Probably shooting left-handed out the right side on his knees in that snake corner.
Well, I think Frank doesn't want to commit because he still wants to have one more gun on that D side.
Yeah.
With Blue that far up the field.
Yeah, we've seen that. You can shoot the gap, to the, to the 2 to the 3, I think, and then like into the outside of the 50. But Jackson Blue's already in that 50. But now, he's in the corner, and Danny Park pops the top of the clover and gets shot in the loader.
That's a huge kill for Distortion, because now with Frank all the way back at the baby Dorito, it really gives Roberts and Blue, yeah, they have to deal with Frank, but Unger and Askren are in good positions. They're still tucked in, though. There's another body in there. There's no one in the snake. There's another body on the snake side.
Well, it was a 3-on-4 before Danny Park died, right?
Yeah, so now it's just Isaiah and Antetomaso.
Yeah, so
I think they're off on the count.
You would think that before, Danny Park's trying to wheel and deal over here, you're going to have to leave your island guy alone and try and push the opposite side. But now Unger is going to get a free walk into the snake, and Distortion Collision has got no other choice than to concede the point.
Yeah.
You always have to be looking, where do we have an advantage? Or where do we have a disadvantage? Where are we vulnerable?
The way
what can we do here?
Yeah, having said that so many times over the years when I started coaching teams, the small, I'm like, how can I say that by saying it in as few words as possible? And it's like a call and response thing. It's like, what do? We work towards weakness. So where we are weak, we have to fill that hole, and where they're weak, we attack weakness. So we're working towards weakness.
Love that. This makes so much sense.
And it alliterates, so it's like easy to remember.
Yeah. So glad you started coaching teams.
Man, shout out to Alliance. Shout out to Mortal Enemy. But yeah, Alliance, man, really like working with those guys. There's some really good guys. They're going to be good. Let's give us some time. Look at this, though. Here comes Infamous down by 3 with a minute 47. Full court press from them.
Oh, Bowen shot that center player in the pack. Nobody saw it. Oh, there he goes. And Mishka getting shot off the can. Wholesale bodies for Heat coming off. Here comes the push by Infamous. Looks like they're going to be able to put another one up. 1:25 left on the clock with that buzzer hit.
Excellent job by Infamous.
This was more the vibe of Infamous yesterday.
Yeah. And it was
it felt like they were gun dominant, aggressive. Really taking the moves first,
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if they can do it a couple more times. Houston Heat trying to play some defense, didn't work out in that one. And after a real quick point, so a quick turnaround now for Collision and Distortion.
Come on.
Same line for Distortion.
Yeah, I'm good.
Askren, Roberts, Blue, Haber, and waiting for Unger. Maybe Unger's already out there. Yeah, Unger's already out there.
I love how Collision had Boyum and who else was playing in the middle?
Vince Newell.
Vince. And then they're like, Avery, you go through the middle and go through. And he got torched. Here comes Boyum back up the middle. And this is who should be in the middle. Boyum or Vince Newell.
Yeah. Vince is a little taller than Boyum. But Boyum's been more consistent, been on team longer. He's been more consistent in practice. But he checks off on the other side, and Askren times it perfectly, comes through and stitches him up, gets him clean, but then can't live in the tower. So it still ends up being a trade.
Yeah. Collision lucky that he only got one.
Aber already at the 50, but Castro got two bodies in front, or Castro and another body up there with Danny Park. For Collision. Going to go trade out with Haber. Danny Park goes right into the clover. And now into the 50-yard line. Here comes a response from Collision, but Danny Park gets, no, that was Trujillo. Trujillo getting caught. But then I think Unger might have just got caught as well, too. No, he stays alive. That's just some rub on his shoulder.
I don't know. Hinman's right in front of him, losing his marbles right now. Really wanting to scream at somebody. By somebody, I mean a ref.
So Avery's still alive, and Isaiah's still alive here for Collision. Might just be Unger or Distortion.
Yeah.
No, and there's another body on the D side. Yeah, Roberts.
Well, there you see Unger on your screen, wrapping that 50. Avery wins, looking Dorito side. There goes Isaiah on the move. Can he get it done? Unger's going to come this way. Avery's going to pick him up, though. And it looks like there's a trade on the other side.
Yeah, Isaiah ran down and traded with Roberts. And then I think Unger launched at that time, and then Avery was able to get that kill. So it was a close one here, but Collision going to tie this one up 4-4 with 1:19 left to go. What a battle here.
Serious. I like it. That's what I came to see. Who wants it? You know, one of the other things that comes into play with the wall, here's the replay.
Yeah, see the replay. So there's the trade. There goes Trujillo. He ends up getting caught. Here was the move as Isaiah almost got the drop on Roberts. Roberts was checking off on that inside, but he had his gun towards the D side to get the trade. So that means that Avery for sure shot Unger.
So one of the questions is always when you're playing a wall field.
Yeah.
Do you dedicate somebody to protecting your wall guy? You know, like a guy that could be doing a different job. You know, is just sitting there waiting. Did they go? Did they not go? Is he going to come this side? You know, it's always a tough one, but if you guess right, it can definitely pay off. If you guess wrong, it can cost you a couple bodies.
Les catching the bouncer en route to his spot. Speaking of the wall, there's Austin Buffton. Gets there looking snake side, but can't catch Danny Schonauer. Danny shoots Buffton, but then Danny gets shot out. So we're down to a minute, and Infamous still chasing 2 points, so they're going to launch into attack. They're already at the 50-yard line with Silberg on the D side. And now they're going to go up the middle with Velez. As Bowen, he's going to crawl up.
Cody Mikowski going to try and sneak out to the corner. He makes it in there. That's a huge for him. He might be able to shoot Velez in the tower. Velez picks up Cody. Bowen now trying to get things done over here in their clover.
But Todd, just Cody making that move slows Infamous down a little bit. He might have got clipped here as he's getting checked out by the refs calling him clean. So that is fact that Cody's even in this spot and now Infamous has to deal with them is slowing their attack down. And they're not just chasing one, they're chasing two.
25 seconds on the clock. Infamous has to go.
They know it, so they're going to launch. Velez gets blasted. Oh, major penalty going to be assessed, and that's going to stop the point. And I think it is going to be, there's no indication from the ref as to who it's going to be on yet. This is huge. Because if it's on Heat, it will give the point to Infamous, and they'll still have maybe 20 seconds left to try to tie this one up. If it's on Infamous, then that will be a win for sure for Heat.
Well, Infamous was looking to launch. The Heat had the zones covered pretty well. See who this red ends up being on.
Yes. God damn it.
Hey, listen, they're starting down. Travis, 5 on 4.
I'm fucking pre-sending.
Just 3. Come on.
Minute 19 on the clock. Tied 4-4. Collision and Distortion. On the break, Frank Antotomaso going to take the walk here for Collision. So Distortion going heavy guns, and it produces a kill. They're going to get another one as well, too, as they drop a ball in on Isaiah. So it's a 5-on-3. Askren just needs to trade out with Boyum. Now it's a 4-on-2 with a minute left to go. Collision might want to think about conceding this point. Yep, had to do it. It's unfortunate, but in a 2-on-4 with a minute left, tie game.
Yeah.
It's already, most likely if Distortion played it correctly, they would have eaten as much of that minute up as possible, put the winning point up, and not leave you enough time to come back. So it's a tough call, but you have to concede that one.
Man, yeah. I mean, they have the snake corner and one body on the Dorito side. Can those two guys cross it up for a minute against 4 Distortion guys? I don't know.
Possible.
Yeah, possible, but are you willing to risk it? Or do you think you have a better chance of scoring a 1-minute point?
Go straight here, too. Both rest.
I think if we run each 100 times, I think you have a easier chance scoring a 5-on-5 1-minute point
fellas,
than you
listen
do
up close.
winning a 2-on-4
They're gonna,
in
if
that
they
scenario.
get down bodies, they're still gonna run at us. Stay on defense and win this point. We got 58 seconds.
Hold your zone.
Live bodies matter, dude.
Distortion, 58 seconds. They are coming. Right? They are coming. 58 seconds.
Back to the center, the Viper.
They're coming down one.
Well, the thing that they should be telling each other, though, is that with around a minute left, you don't have to run a play where it's a full send staggered attack. It's not 20 seconds, it's 58 seconds. So you can run something close to a standard play, but what has to happen is the secondaries need to happen faster. You don't have time to get to your position, play around with your opponent, and then time it perfectly and get across. You have to put a guy in and make a move in 20 or 30 seconds. So that's something that Distortion has to keep in mind in this next one. It looks like Bree has an update on that penalty.
Thank you, Maddie. Yes, that penalty will stand against Mishka, so he will be starting down with 4 bodies.
Wow, so this is an opportunity for Infamous. They have 16 seconds to work with. And they're going to be playing a 5-on-4 here, Todd. Still very difficult situation for them. The record is 7 seconds. We've seen multiple points scored around this time, though, historically. So it is possible, especially with the wheels that Infamous has. Danny going to draw the guns as he runs all the way out wide. And they go 2 to the D side. They're going to lose Silberg. And then they're going to lose Reeser, so the options are starting to fall apart. And there's a red penalty, a major penalty here on Houston Heat. Are we going to have a tie? Oh, wow. That's a disaster if it's on Heat.
I think Sam thought it was on them.
Was it on?
But now it looks like it might be on Heat. No, on Infamous.
They gave it to Heat. Or gave the penalty to Infamous. At least as it stands right now.
Well, Jason and Bree are heading back to the tent. So they're going to go take a look at it. I mean, Schonauer got annihilated. He didn't even dive.
Yeah, but I don't think the penalty is going to be on Danny.
Right.
He pulled up and just kept his forward momentum. He wasn't shooting it at all.
No, for sure. So Danny came through. And then the next body was Velez, I think. Or no, sorry, Trevor through the middle.
Trevor through the middle, Velez.
And then Velez to the outside. So maybe Trevor through the middle.
It was
definitely Trevor traded with Sam.
The penalty was over here towards the snake side.
All right, Maddie, here we go. 57 seconds. Distortion with the 1-point lead.
Oh, Danny Park on a bit of an overslide. Might have caught a bouncer, but he's still alive. So collision with 5 bodies alive. Avery's going to launch. He gets into snake 1. Checks off on the lane, gets into snake 2. William up in the middle with Askren again. William jumps around. He's going to trade out with Askren. Even trade, no penalty. And the 2 attackers here for collision getting in position to make moves in this snake.
And now nobody on the Dorito side for collision, so they're going to have to go down the snake side. Avery goes running and shooting, gets clipped by the can on the Dorito side. Danny Park got to run through the same gap and get annihilated himself. Distortion with good snake side coverage here this last point. 16 seconds on the clock.
That gap with the can here on the snake side, and also it's a little bit closer in the middle wall, that is a lethal gap.
Yes. And there's multiple guys that can shoot it. The Dorito brick, the Dorito can, the 50 wall.
So as time expires, Distortion with an upset victory over Los Angeles Collision. Distortion last in this bracket in the 5th tier, Collision 3rd tier. So a good start here for Distortion.
Hey, did I shoot the first Dorito guy coming up? Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Nice.
and good switch up there. As Askren says, did I shoot the first Dorito guy? So Askren, who had been going up there looking snake side consistently, goes up, switches Dorito side. Dorito player doesn't check him off, gets shot on the bump from the 1 to the 2, and then Boyum is forced to go trade, leaving nobody on that side, and Distortion, excellent game plan there, you know, to win that last point and hold on to the victory. But, you know, that's that cat and mouse game, right? There's the game where, you know, twice, 2 different points, Distortion was able to win on winning that wall battle.
Well, and if you pull Askren off that zone to make sure the can stays on that zone, on the zone flooding through the snake, that was also a key point of execution as well, too, there for Distortion.
Yep.
Because if they pull Askren off and don't keep that body, then both those snake bodies make it through.
Yeah, 100%. And they covered it up with the guy at that can and doubling up, from the back center, or the other can. Both cans.
Inside can was the one getting those kills.
Right.
And it looks like Bree has another update for us here on these majors. Bree, what's going on down there?
Thank you, Maddie. Yes, Head Commissioner Jason Trozen just got done reviewing that last Heat and Infamous point, and it was a penalty on Infamous. So that game is finished, and Heat is our winners.
Well, that's going to do it. They came out to play another point. Not going to need it, though, so congratulations to Houston Heat getting off to a good start. Heat also sitting in the 5th tier, so excellent beginning of the tournament for them. Next up is going to be PB Fit taking on Leverage and Tampa Bay Damage, the favorite here at this event, taking on the Sea Dogs here at the NXL Midwest Open. We'll be right back.
Major League Paintball Plus is your all-access pass to the sport's biggest stage. The exclusive home to live... Go beyond the field with Major League Paintball Plus.
It's time to connect.
We're fucking perfect! Let's go! Every team in this fucking league. Who fucking want more today? Let's go, boys. Get on 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go!
Fucking highs and lows, all right? Everything. Energy. It's all fucking energy. Let's go, huh? Who's got my back? I got your back. Who's got my back? I got your back.
We are back. PB Fit taking the field to take on Leverage. We played Tonons in their first one, took a loss. Also in the set, Tampa Bay Damage, the favorite here at this event, as they were champions in Dover. Second stop on the tour. We're here in Cincinnati. And then the Sea Dogs, they look good in their first one. Close game, went to overtime against the Hurricanes, and they ended up victorious there. So warming up in a win also in this set. Frit looking a little bit of a new look. I like it.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that was them out there.
Darker. Foreboding almost.
I really like the fact that they didn't change their jerseys for a long time, though. You know, they had their look. They stuck with it. But, you know, a little change every now and then doesn't hurt.
Ooh, kill off the break here for Leverage, getting a shot on Chavez. Always good to get Chavez off the field when you're playing PB Fit. So 4-on-5 here in favor of Leverage.
And Leverage is going to bring De Los Santos and Caputo to the snake side again. Sakaguchi getting shot going up the middle.
Yeah.
Stewart already at the 50 snake.
Yeah, Stewart already at the snake here. Trying to wrap around and get a shot on Caputo or De Los Santos. Lukau going to move up into that crucial can position and start pumping paint through this lane. De Los Santos does not know he's there yet. You don't want to try to run through Big Colt's lane. One of the most lethal. Oh, look at this, though. So Caputo's going to try the run and just gets completely cut in half by Lukau.
I did not expect Caputo to do that. And yeah, that's the lane that you're talking about at the end of the last point, that forward can. But when you have both cans looking this way, pumping that gap, it's definitely going to be hard to get through there. So now De Los Santos over here in the small snake brick. Robbie Altamore with Sanborn over on the Dorito side. 4-on-3 in favor of Fit.
Little filter out for Dr. Seabaugh. Get out on that D side. That early death of Chavez need a body over there, so Seabaugh is going to take over the attack. Colt staying very diligent. Knows De Los Santos is at that outside snake 1, so he's been very patient here in controlling that zone, allowing Stewart to get past the 50 and get on to Leverage's side of the field.
Just giving Stewart that freedom. He can play that whole snake as De Los Santos going to have to fight through Colt's gun. And here comes Stewart. He's just going to launch. Nobody paying attention. He gets shot by Sanborn there at the end. Referee calls it a trade.
But Trent Mason still alive over here in this 3-on-2 situation. This one started out 4-on-5 in favor of Leverage, but just excellent play from PB Fit to get the kills needed to put themselves down in a high body situation to trap Leverage on that D side. Sanborn and Altamore stuck on that side. Altamore is going to get taken out by Seabaugh as Mason has completely blown open this snake side.
And here comes Mason. Seabaugh getting a check. They're going to call him clean. Trent Mason. Go ahead and punch that first buzzer for Paintball Fit.
Good to see Trenton back with the boys. Congrats on the family. Rocking his wife's name on there as well, too. Mason Salinas. They had a brand new baby. And now Tampa Bay Damage taking on the Royal City Sea Dogs. Tampa Bay Damage outstanding in the 3-man yesterday as they took the victory in the Eastern Conference against Red Legion. They won in Dover, and they are the team to beat right now. Interesting, though, on the overall rankings is they're currently 4th place because they took the 8th at the first event in Tampa. So it's Legion, Impact, and PB Fit.
And it's Chad Bougere that's going to get the start up the middle for Damage. Yellow flags flying already off the break for the Sea Dogs. They're going to lose a couple bodies. Chad Bougere, he gets shot out of the middle. Sea Dogs asking for a check in the middle. He's going to turn around and walk off. Chong getting a check over here. Bodies walking off quick for the Sea Dogs.
Yeah, 2 penalties at least for the Sea Dogs to start out point number 1. They should just concede this point. Keep the time on the clock. Yeah, that's going to let Damage run in.
Yep. Marcelo and Mouse over here on the snake side for damage. Jason Edwards headed out to that Dorito can with, looks like Brian Smith on the Dorito side. And Chad Bougere went up the middle off the break. A good first point there for damage.
Got damage. No Holiday, no Jacob Edwards, no Chris Shear, and no Marky Ireland.
It's a lot of players.
Reasons.
Good thing they're so deep. Doesn't look like they brought the rookie squad, though, to play today.
No, going to go with a little bit of a light line. Legends only here for the 5-on-5.
That was so fun yesterday.
Hey, those rookies played great yesterday in the three-man. They were a big part of that win. EB Fit controlling the action in a low body situation. Some mistakes by Leverage in that first point.
Looks like Cyrus Garinger is going to come in for Fit on the Dorito side with Chavez, Colt, Stewart, and Trent Mason Salinas over here. Shout out Lauren, probably at home with the baby. Watching Trent back on the field.
Yeah, it's
Leverage.
Sort of
there you see Robbie Altamore on the screen. Paintball Fit with the dark look.
Like it.
You do?
Like it, yeah. Looks ominous. That's an ominous team to play. They're really good. So, I mean, their OG jerseys were cool too. And they made them cool, you know?
Yeah.
That's how it kind of works. When you're really good,
yep.
Wear whatever you want. And so they look, I mean, they look good anyway, but I kind of like the change. We'll see if they like it. Kind of depends on how well they do, you know?
Yeah.
If you do really well in the fresh gear.
If you lose, you take off the jerseys and go, the stupid jerseys. Get
Sell
rid of
those
these
and get the new ones back, or the old ones back.
Cyrus going from the can up to the second can to lock off that snake side of the field.
Well, Stewart's already in snake 2, and he's head checking that zone to see if there's a body at the wall. There is, so smart for him not to try to dive his way through that zone. He'll probably get smoked.
Yeah, that's what you're going to have to do. Sanborn makes a bump up from the Dorito can to the Dorito brick.
Chavez crawling up into D3, goes right past D3. He's going to go into the 50-yard line. Stewart does try to force his way through that gap, and it costs him his body. But Chavez strikes once he gets to the 50-yard line. Get the crossfield kill on Caputo and the snake.
Sakaguchi can lock off this side of the field now. Trent checks him off. Oh, but there goes De Los Santos off the snake side as well. I think Trent got that long distance kill. Sanborn trying to lock off the snake with Sakaguchi. Now he's going to switch back to the Dorito side. Somebody better get eyes on Chavez if you're Leverage. Here comes Colt. He's going to come get Sakaguchi off the field. Just 2 bodies left alive now for Leverage.
That's a good trade for Colt Lookout because that guy needed to die.
Chavez and Cyrus going to work on the Dorito side. Chavez launches. He goes and bunkers out Robbie.
I think he got both of them.
Yep, Robbie and Sanborn.
Chavez doing Chavez things on the D side. Getting up early, got the crossfield kill. That might have been a little 3-pack there for Chavez. He got definitely got one of those last 2. I think he got both of them. And he definitely shot Caputo crossfield. So the only mistake for Fit in that one was Scott Stewart trying to bully his way past that gap. And it was Sakaguchi that got that kill. So Colt realizing they needed to get Sakaguchi out of that middle wall to loosen up things for his attackers. Makes the nice run through. And then here comes the close from Jonathan Chavez. Just blasting down the field. A little double knee slide.
Skirt.
Around Gator? Around Gator?
Here we go, damage point number 2.
Yeah, it was a piece of cake point for damage in that first one with multiple penalties on Leverage. And it does look like Keith Brown is going to get shot off the break, trying to get into the snake. Chad Bougere is going to come around and trade out in the middle. And here come the Sea Dogs. There are 2 bodies already out here on the Snake side.
Alex Goldman going to take that opportunity to sneak out into that small brick on the Snake. Jason Edwards in the can. Chris Horn in front of him in the small brick. Sea Dogs in control of the Snake. We saw some really solid play from Salmon. Oh, and right there, taking a face full of paint. Sea Dogs going to lose their 50 brick. They still have one more body. There's Salmon with the big move back into the 50 brick. Still 2 bodies on the Snake side as they have Baldwin in the small wedge, but he's working towards the Dorito side. Here's Mouse.
Mouse comes through, doesn't know that Salmon's at the 50 and not able to connect on either of those bodies. Jason Edwards filters over after he sees Mouse go and get nobody. So Sea Dogs live through that Alex Goldman attack, and then they shoot both Horn and Jason Edwards, and the Sea Dogs going to tie this one up.
Yeah, Mouse took off. Salmon says, hey, thanks, Baldwin. Baldwin just happened to catch Mouse right before he got to Salmon. The Sea Dogs coming back, tying it up 1-1.
The Sea Dogs got to be feeling pretty confident. Did really well in the 3-man, did well in the 3-man in Dover. They have made a Sunday in their pro careers. Still rather new here, but starting to get seasoned up nicely and started off with the win against the Hurricanes.
I feel like their game is developed.
I agree.
Over the last year, they went from, we're going to gunfight you and we're going to lock it up to, okay, we got to play a little bit more aggressive. You're adding styles to your repertoire of, how you attack these layouts.
And they're getting their games developing, but individually they're also progressing and they're getting better.
Yep.
Because we just talked about in the first set about, it's a pretty deep roster now, and every single guy on that roster, we've talked about them doing something spectacularly awesome on center court before against tough teams. So they have different looks, and the way their strategy, the way they're implementing the strategies, is just more diverse.
Yep, playing with confidence, definitely. As looks like Leverage going to drop 2 bodies on the break. Same with Fit. They're going to lose 2 bodies on the break. And that's going to allow Scotty Graham to get into the 50 Dorito. But here comes Chavez. He knows how to play that side as well. He gets Graham looking inside. Chavez now is going to go to work. Shoots Joe Altamore. Just De Los Santos left alive here in the Snake corner. Huge move right there by Chavez in a 3-on-3. De Los Santos going to move to a spot to try and get a shot in on Chavez. Wheeling and dealing over the top right now. Tons of pressure coming from the Dorito side can on De Los Santos, but nowhere to hide as Chavez just takes his time and then puts one right in on De Los Santos.
Yeah, it initially looked like a terrible start for Fit because they lost 2 on the break. Jonathan Chavez, 2 points in a row where he's just looked perfect. Rain's starting to fall now here.
You definitely hear that pitter patter. It's not super heavy though, decent little drizzle, but
I shot for the Joey shot for the Snake.
That annoying rain.
Yes.
It's not the miserable rain yet.
Joe, mind you, Joey was fucking diving and you were like, no, you can't. No, you have to dive.
Jump into this one here, tie ball game. Action up the middle is going to have another trade. Haven't seen many penalties in those trades. Been clean pretty much all morning long, but tons of trades. Chong here for Sea Dogs. Into Snake 2. He's got 2 players behind him as both Salmon and Baldwin are at the tower doubled up. Gets across that lethal gap, no one there to shoot it. So Chong's in a real good position and he's going to get a little help as Baldwin gets into outside Snake 1.
Yeah, and this is what you like to see. Bodies continuing to attack this Snake. So many different spots to play, good shots. Just continuing to put the pressure on guys in the back spots as Chong goes around and gets Keith Brown off the field. You'll definitely take that trade because now here's Baldwin in the 50. It's a 3-on-3, and Sea Dogs have the better field position.
Still they got to deal with Marcelo Margot at the tower.
Yeah, going to be a hard guy to get off the field. But also, Damage making the move into the 50, Dorito.
Salmon puts himself in a position to try to get a better angle on that. But it's got to be careful, though, as I think that's Horn crawling all the way around and trying to get the crossfield kill on Baldwin, but not able to connect. But Baldwin's going to come up, and they are going to get that kill on Chris Horn.
Yeah. Good job living there by Baldwin as Horn had the drop on him. Baldwin going back to work across the field, 3-on-2. But Marcelo Margot dips into the snake. He's at the small brick. Baldwin going to pop the top, looking for the body. Should be Dorito 1 for Damage. Yep, there's Brian Smith.
Smith and Margot, two historically very difficult players to kill, regardless of the situation. So they're going to have to pull off another one of those low body, big heroic moments here.
Yep, and this is where we've seen Rizzardo shine so far this event in these situations. But here comes Marcelo Margot, and Salmon's going to pick him up, but not before he gets Baldwin. Spidey senses tingling right there for Salmon. 2-on-1 situation. Here comes Rizzardo. He's going to launch.
Blast, yeah, and he blasts Agent Smith. And so the Sea Dog's going to take a slight lead here.
Good execution there.
Yeah, Salmon's look really good out here.
And that was the trade game, right? Trade 1 at the wall, trade 2 at the 50 snake. You know, that could very easily happen a lot, right? When everybody gets their bodies out alive, it could be those exact trades, and then who's going to win the 3-on-3? And then it's a cat and mouse game, you know, on the other opposite sides of the spectrum. It's like, are teams attacking or not attacking? Do you think I'm going to attack and then I don't attack? You know, do I just keep coming?
And what look are you giving up the middle? Are you going up there every single point? You're going up there 50% of the time, 80% of the time? We're stopping at the tower occasionally. Are we shooting and then going up there on a delay?
Can you make it look different on the box?
Yeah, you can. Exactly. Can you make, because you can't just keep doing the same thing over and over again, because everyone's going to take a microscope to every game plan you have. Into the snake early here for Fit, and a penalty going to be assessed on Leverage, so it's going to help UV Fit start running the score up a little bit more here. This is a team does not squander high body situations very often, which is why they win tournaments. You're going to get Johnson a spin. He's going to be the first to go in the snake. Looks like Stewart's getting a rest. Seaball back out there. And Mason and Lukow.
Luckily for Leverage, Caputo was able to sneak out to the snake side, so it's not completely wide open. But it is a 5-on-3 advantage, and Fit playing with a 3-0 lead. Sure, they're not going to be in a hurry to go anywhere. 9 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, it looks like that penalty was on Joey Altimore because he's asking for them to check his pack. De Los Santos not happy about getting pulled on that one. Leaving just these 3 bodies out here, so we'll see if Caputo can get it done on the snake side. Johnson actually does a little retreat back to the snake 1 position, and they're kind of just slow playing this and maybe waiting for Leverage to concede it.
Yeah, well, they've already crossed the 50 on the Dorito side.
Oh, I didn't see Chavez up. Chavez is not slow playing anything. Now Johnson's going to launch and go into the clover. So there they go back on the attack.
Johnson wants to get in on the action as well. Leverage in the can on the Dorito side, the first can, and the Dorito corner. Here comes Mason Salinas. He's going to do the sneaky sneak. Try and get a shot across the field on the Dorito side, and now cut to the 50 snake on the inside. Johnson helping him move. He works the Dorito side as well from the 50 brick. And they're going to shoot both Dorito players out, just Caputo. And the ref, Joey Altimore trying to hit the buzzer.
Yeah,
So
like, they're really letting this one play out, huh?
Gonna get Caputo killed.
Why are we doing this? Poor Caputo's out there like, concede.
Concede.
They're everywhere.
Blow the whistle. Galikowski
We're just kidding, Chris. He's probably like, I got this.
Yeah.
Pull off a 1-on-5 right now.
I'm ready.
Let's do Cyrus Jake.
Job by Johnson in that one.
Chong, Salmon, Baldwin, Galikowski, and Rizzardo. Mouse, Marcelo, Jason, Chad, and Horn. Chad Bougier looking to go up the middle. We've seen him do that a couple times. Is he going to shoot Dorito side and then come to that Dorito can?
Well, they get a kill on Salmon early, and they're going to shoot Baldwin out as well, too. So great break here for damage. 5-on-3. Goldman gets out wide. Forgot still inside. Rolling guns, looking to count these bodies coming off. Chong still alive in the snake here for the Sea Dogs.
Yeah, big advantage right now for Tampa Bay. But the Sea Dogs trying to lock off the snake side from that forward Dorito can. Mouse cuts from the Dorito corner, or from the snake corner up into the snake 2. Big comms across the field for damage. I'm sure Mouse can see that stream hitting right in front of his bunker. Can be a little patient on his bump. There's Marcelo behind him.
Yeah, Sea Dogs being very diligent on trying to protect that gap and not let Mouse up the field. And here's a look at their D side. And they have the lead to protect it. It's up to damage to try to push any of these guns, but they have the advantage on the body count. So they do not want to throw away a body. Want to be careful. Got a lot of time to work with here.
And this is where Mouse tries to figure out how he's going to attack the snake, absorbing all the information. Here comes a move up the field from the Sea Dogs. Not sure if anybody picked that up.
I think that's Galikowski. Oh, Galikowski almost gets the drop in on Mouse. Mouse knows where he is now, though. He's posted up inside thinking he might get run down, but I don't think Galikowski's going to launch on that. He's just going back and forth. Chong is posted up like there's a body at the 50 that's brick that's about to come around. It's just the visibility is rough when you are in the snake. If you are actually down in the snake, you really can't see much of what's in front of you. You have to really hope your guys inside can tell you where those bodies are.
I mean, is this, well, good now that Chong decided to play the inside a little bit, right? It was a little counterproductive sitting there waiting, but now that he's got help in that middle, you know, to have eyes on Mouse, now he can try and get some of those kills across the field.
Well, Mouse is, you got to know thy enemy, and Mouse is one of those guys that he'll go from a defensive posture to an offensive rundown in a half a second. You do have to make sure you keep your gun up at all times in case he does run right at you. But with where Chong was posted up on a player that wasn't going to run at him, at least initially, he was wasting his gun. So now he's being more proactive, which is the play here.
Yeah. And now, and this is what we wanted to see out of Chong. Can he come get a kill? Drops up into the 50 brick. Tries to get a shot across the field. Does he want to come in to damage his clover? And see if he has better shots from there.
Chong now, he's at the 50. Kalski inside, still protecting that gap. Marcelo being patient, knowing they have time. Yeah, they're down a point, but they have time to work with here. They're not chasing 5 points. It's just one tiny little point, so making sure they're making the correct moves at the correct times. But I really like what we're seeing out of the Sea Dogs. They put themselves in some difficult positions, almost kind of like they're chasing a point, you know?
Yeah. But the fact that they're working together instead of just sitting there posted waiting, you know, they're trying to see what they can do. They've tried to make a couple moves to get some kills, and it looks like Rizzardo made a big move down the Dorito side when everybody was looking towards the middle. He only got one.
Yeah, we just don't like trades in low body situations, though.
Yeah, there's a chance he was going to get 2. But no.
Yeah, but instead, a minor penalty is going to be assessed. It's going to pull out Galikowski, and that leaves just Chong, and so we will see a tie game. Discipline, very disciplined from Tampa Bay. Kind of just waiting for the Sea Dogs to make a mistake, and it was Rizzardo on that D side. Tries the bold move. It doesn't work out. Now we got ourselves a tie game.
I'm not mad at that, though. You know, if he'd have gotten 2 there, it'd have made it a 2-on-3.
And with the positions that the Sea Dogs were in, would have bode well for their chances to stack up another point.
But
So here's that move from Rizzardo. So he runs down.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't going to get that second one. But he got shot and then was in the bunker. They had to pull him out, so that's why they gave him the penalty, probably.
That left just Chong as Bougier made the move. Actually, no, Galikowski got pulled out on the penalty, leaving just Chong.
3 points, they did that up and over into the snake, yeah?
DB Fit with a comfortable 4-0 lead on Leverage. Chavez has been having a game on that D side. He had a 4-pack a couple points ago. 2-pack or 3-pack before that. So he has at least 7 confirmed kills.
Colt making the move up the middle, going to go to the tower this time. Sakaguchi popping the top in the middle wall, trying to see what he can see. Caputo lining up his shot on Colt. Referee coming to check Sanborn in the Dorito can. And he is clean. De Los Santos getting into the snake.
Yeah, 2 bodies over here. Snake side, Caputo and De Los Santos. Referee giving De Los Santos a check, and he's having that conversation with Caputo. DJ Sakaguchi at the wall. He also gets a check and gets called clean. Leverage is pushing the issue here, and they're going to get the kill on Colt Lukau.
What can they do with it now as Stewart bumps into the mini wedge on the snake side? Robbie Altamore in Dorito 2 with Sanborn behind him. With Colt walking off the field, Sakaguchi now owns that center wall. Only that Dorito side first can shooting this way, but he's trying to shoot the front of the clover.
Well, De Los Santos able to get to the clover now with the death of Colt Lukau in the middle. No one watching that zone. Still got to be careful, though, because that back can's got an angle on this next zone. And currently pumping paint through it.
Yes, maybe Caputo can shoot a stream back towards that can. I believe that Cyrus just hammering both gaps. Caputo putting paint back on Mason Salinas in the tower.
Sanborn is still at the can.
I think he's trying to watch every gap possible so that Chavez doesn't.
Oh, I was about to say the same thing. I mean, because that's how concerned he is about Chavez. He doesn't want to commit and go out there because that's going to take a gun off of Chavez.
Yeah.
As it looks like Trenton Mason Salinas is going to take the walk, and then Stewart gets shot out of the snake. It's looking pretty good here for Leverage to avoid a shutout at least, as they get the shot on Seabaugh.
Looks like Robbie Altamore is going to work on the Dorito side. He is in Fitz Dorito 2.
I don't know, was Chavez even out there for this point? Because that was Seabaugh that just walked off. And then Scarenger.
Oh, and there's going to be a penalty on Leverage. You might be right, Matty.
I think they shot everybody, though. Well,
Cyrus and Seabaugh.
Leverage on the board.
Yeah, they needed that one. So we've seen Colt now go to that center Aztec. Seen him go both ways. Seen him make the clean, move through the middle, but he'll go to that can and look across. He'll go up to the tower, play snake way.
Go, Rob. Are you okay?
He didn't get shot.
30 seconds. Who got the minor? They got it. Let's go, Robbie, returning. You got to pull on a minor.
If they got a minor and it was on.
Looks like Seabaugh sending Kaus out. And Galikowski. Salmon basically doesn't come off the field. Chong out there as well, too, so no Baldwin.
Here comes Salmon.
Our guy, he got shot, he was talking, but we had the body to
Kaus, yep.
Yeah, Rizzardo's out there every point. Salmon's out there pretty much every point. So no Baldwin for this one.
Yeah, they're going to send Kaus up the middle. It's a good call for them.
And he's going to trade out here and put a couple extra on Chad. Clean run. No penalty assessed on the trade. Galikowski takes over the attack up the middle. There goes the speed demon. Keith Brown overslides the bunker a little bit. Might have got picked up, and he did. So huge kill right now for the Sea Dogs as they are controlling the pace of the action in the middle and in the snake right now. See if Chong launches. They got to get the comms to Chong. Here comes Galikowski. He comes through. He gets one. And he gets 2.
Galikowski just went off right there for the Sea Dogs. Made that quick fill after Kaus traded out, shot Keith Brown, shot Mouse on the fill out to the snake corner, then ran through and got that body. That last player out of the middle, what a move right there by Galikowski.
Yeah, 3-pack kills, playing Tampa Bay damage too, so excellent work by Galikowski. Leverage with 4 minutes and 46 seconds left in this attempted comeback.
Is that on the list for a potential move of the day?
Oh, I just put it on there. So here's the trade with Kaus and Bougere. Kaus giving Bougere a couple extra there, tenderizing him. And here comes Galikowski on the finish. As he had shot, I don't know, almost runs out of bounds. Didn't matter as he did all the killing early. So that's definitely on the list. Courtesy of Pate Smith Law, giving away some money. Best individual moves, prelims, and on Sunday.
And Caputo going to die on the break. Sakaguchi going to come snake way to try and bring another body over there. He makes it in. Chavez back in the game. He bumps out to the Dorito corner. Got Cyrus up in that snake or Dorito side can shooting snake way. Colt hammering the Dorito side. Stewart in snake 2. Mason Salinas here in the snake tower again. Fit 5-on-4 advantage. Leading 4-1 with 4:02 on the clock.
Yeah, and everyone's just zoned up right now. Stewart going to get outside wide, and it's starting to get a little wet out here after that bit of a drizzle, so everyone's going to have to start their slides a little earlier here on this luxurious grass we have at Joyce Park.
Mason Salinas going to jump into snake 2. Stewart popping the top of the small brick. Make his move into the wedge on the snake side.
Yeah, excellent move by Stewart. Mason Salinas going to get across. Working with Stewart here. Trenton thinking about trying to get to the brick. We're going to pause.
Trenton's going to shoot his way in, coming to the 50 brick.
Oh, but Mason Salinas getting caught. Didn't know they just dove into the outside snake 1. They get the kill inside, though, but then Stewart eats up that body. Then Stewart pumping paint towards that D side. Glides into the 50 brick here. And Chavez goes hunting on the D side as well, too. And they're just going to concede the point. So
good execution there by Paintball Fit once again. This is how you win consistently in this league. Create your advantages, play together, move together, know your zones, know your shots, close games together, high body situations.
Bay damage coming out. Again, missing a decent chunk of this big roster that they typically bring to events, which with the guys they have, it actually could be a good thing because they're going to get a lot more spins. Yeah, so no Dan Holiday, no Marky Ireland, no Jacob Edwards, and no Chris Shear here, and no CJ Botsalis.
Yep. These guys are in good shape. They can play a bunch of points.
Oh, yeah. Chad Bougere all the way up to the middle on the break. Smith also in the middle, as looks like Chad Bougere is going to come off, though. And then Alex Golden's going to pop the top and miss his shot, though, on the middle. I think he knows there's the middle body there, Smith. And he gets across, but ends up getting taken out by, I believe, Kaus. Yeah, Kaus gets that kill, and then they run through on the other side. Kaus still alive with Galikowski right behind him, so Galikowski gets shot. Kaus still alive. Marcelo's now going to take over the attack.
Kaus is wheeling and dealing right now. Marcelo trying to figure it out.
And so
Kaus is fired up. Damage. Going to go ahead and concede that point.
Yeah, Skinny Kevin, even with the 2 bodies still out there, deciding with the time ticking off the clock, going to concede him that 4th point. Now they go down by 2.
Yeah, Cody Chong was still alive in the snake with just Marcelo back here in the small brick. And I think he wanted to let a bunch of time tick off the clock and let Cody Chong go to work while his team
come to
tried to
loader?
work through Kaus's gun.
Garrett, okay.
He never came to rap. He went like he did come to rap and you shot him right away.
Galikowski's on fire right
Yeah,
now.
he said, yeah, Galikowski's looking good. Kaus is looking good. A lot of work for Leverage to do, and they don't have a lot of time to do it. So they're forced to run, and they're going to be losing an inside body here. They make both outside bodies clean. Lose an inside body 4-on-5 in favor of PV Fit. Trade out in the middle. And looks like Mason Salinas going to be also getting shot out of the tower.
That's good news for Chris Caputo over here on the Snake side, but I'm not sure if he knows that Fit has Jacob in the 50.
Yeah.
Johnson's going to back up.
Yeah, kind of setting a little bit of a trap as he goes all the way back to the Snake one, then he goes back into the Clover. Cyrus Geringer alive on the D side, though.
Here comes Johnson. He didn't know that De Los Santos was on the inside watching that lane.
Yeah, he's trying to go for Caputo, but shoots De Los Santos and trades with him. And I believe we got a one-on-one with Cyrus Geringer and Chris Caputo.
Chris Caputo.
That's a good one because I think Chris Caputo, he's a one-on-one champ.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a one-on-one champ, and Geringer's really good in these situations too. Caputo won one of the duels, or Mises duels.
And he's also won several one-on-ones here this season in these situations for Leverage. It's a 4-point spread, though.
Yeah.
20 on the clock.
I was thinking the same thing. For Geringer, he's got a big advantage here because all he really has to do is just burn time off the clock. There's only a minute and 13 seconds left. Leverage is not going to win this game. You can tell because Geringer's not even engaging in the gunfight. Just letting Caputo shoot through his pack, waiting for him to make a move.
And he just keeps yelling to Caputo, "You're running out of time."
Geringer is a 10 of 10 on the chirping for sure.
He hates boring paintball. Told me so.
Yeah, Geringer's one of my favorite players. Ooh, Caputo almost caught Cyrus. Oh, it comes across. Might have bounced him on the run through. But Geringer is right. Caputo is running out of time. He's trying to force this gunfight, and Cyrus just isn't giving him much.
29 seconds. VIP spectators getting worked over there. Hey, at least Cyrus is giving him a fight.
Oh, there we go. So Cyrus does end up getting shot by Caputo. So Caputo's going to have that on him, but Cyrus was able to burn enough time, so it'll look a little bit nicer here on the spread. The final score will be 5-2. Caputo winning another one-on-one.
But Cyrus could have just sat there, and just let the time run all the way down. But, it gave the fans what they want. He engaged them.
He hates boring paintball.
Yeah, dude, he engaged him, gave him a little battle. Caputo got him, but, get a little action for the fans. Appreciate that.
30 seconds.
So more time left in this one. 4:13 on the clock. Tampa Bay Damage, they're just joining us, down by 2. Sea Dogs warmed up in a win. Overtime battle against the Hurricanes. So they're trying to go undefeated here on day one. Take down the top team in this division. Sea Dogs are in the 4th tier. Damage at 1st tier here with the Hurricanes, Collision, and Distortion. Heavy guns up for Damage. They go with 4. Only one body running, and it was Horn running out to the D side. Heavy guns up for the Sea Dogs as well, too, but nobody dies. It's 5-on-5. Kaus back up the middle. Galikowski, but Galikowski, Todd, taking the walk.
Yep, and then Kaus taking the walk as well from the middle. Not sure who shot Kaus. Oh, Keith Brown there on the Snake. Might have been him. Here comes Marcelo on the attack. Chong going to get Chad Bougere trying to creep up, but Chong doesn't know that Keith Brown's on his side of the field. Rizzardo walked off. Keith Brown didn't know that Chong was there. Chong getting 2. Chong getting another body.
Yeah, still has one more to get, though, with Marcelo.
Marcelo going to retreat here as Chong's going to launch on the attack and see if he does get the drop in on him.
Oh, Chong got picked up by Edwards across the field, but Damage still had 3 bodies. He would have had to dealt with 2 more. Even if he'd have got Marcelo.
Yeah, he would have had to have a 5-pack.
Yeah.
In order to get that one. Yeah, so frustrating situation here for the Sea Dogs because they started that point 5-on-5.
Yep. But, I think that was Keith Brown who got those crucial kills early. Galikowski got shot out of that forward can. Not sure who picked him up, but, as Kaus made his secondary, they knew he was going to be getting in there. Brown was able to pick him up on that bump. So, 1-point game, 3:04 on the clock.
Well, let's check in with Bree.
Thank you, Maddie. Yes, I'm here with Cyrus Geringer. Run me through what happened in that last match.
So last match we played against Leverage, the lowest rank in our bracket. We wanted a 6-0, but unfortunately we gave them a couple points. But we just got to tighten up, be a little bit better for the next one.
What ways do you need to tighten up?
I feel like survivability off the break is one thing. I think 1 point we lost 2 bodies off the break, but we also shot 3 of them. So that's 6 in a dozen, But just the little stuff, paintball, IQ-wise, just make sure that we're really dialed in going into our next matches.
All right. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you so much.
Back to you guys.
Yeah, Fit did look pretty good. Not many mistakes, honestly, but it's interesting when we check in with these teams that expect to go deep and win tournaments, they're very hard on themselves.
For sure.
They're like, yeah, we smashed this team. We're good. They're not. I was in the bag the whole time.
Yeah. We wanted to crush their hopes and dreams. Unfortunately, we just handed them a fat, embarrassing L. But we'll be better next time.
So Tampa Bay Damage, winning some gunfights. Keith Brown getting some kills. Looked like Marcelo might have got one of those as well, too. See if Sea Dogs can tighten things up in their bunkers.
Let's see if Sea Dogs can handle the attack that's coming from Tampa Bay Damage right now.
Yeah, they may want to throw a punch themselves. That's when they play really well.
100%. Oh,
looks like they are. So looks like Kaus is going to go up to the 50. And it is a 5-on-5 break. We know that Keith Brown's going to take the early walk. So 4-on-5 in favor of the Sea Dogs. Warren quickly into D2. Marcelo's thinking about trying to get outside wide on the snake side.
Surprising that Keith Brown went short over here. After attacking so quickly that last point, they're going to allow the Sea Dogs to get their bodies. That's Kaus up in the middle. So and now Marcelo's going to have to fight his way through.
Yeah, he's going to have to fight his way through Kaus's gun. And then here comes Kaus now right on that zone. Marcelo has to check back in. Chong made it out wide early as Galikowski is up there with Kaus. They got a double stack.
I don't hate that.
Yeah, and both Galikowski and Kaus have been on it. Big reason they have this lead. And Marcelo Margot trying to check off. He's just getting trapped. As each way he looks, there's a gun looking at him. He knows he has to try to make something happen. We're down to 2 minutes. Got some help, though.
Marcelo's going to cut to the inside. He's going to go to Snake 2 and look and see if he can get a kill on top. I don't know if he can see. Sea Dogs do have a body up over the top looking at the Snake Side Tower, but Marcelo can't quite see him from that angle.
Bougier behind Marcelo. So he's trying to find a way. Now he's posted up on Kaus, waiting for Kaus to try to come out and engage. Chad Bougier is screaming that he shot Galikowski on his loader over the top, and it looks like he might have got that kill, which would be huge. So that's a huge kill from Chad Bougier. As Galikowski just up and over the top a little bit too much. Chong at the 50-yard line, crossing it up with Kaus. As we hit a minute and 15. Marcelo's going to have to bully his way through here, and he has potentially going to get the drop here on Chong. He goes low, maybe tries to get Kaus and stay alive. So Marcelo does get the drop in on Kaus, but then gets pinched out from Cody Chong with Chong screaming, begging for a penalty. The referee is going to throw one actually on the Sea Dogs, and that's going to pull out Salmon. Rizzardo launches on the D side, but right into Horn's gun, and Edwards is still alive. Damage will be able to tie this one up. Excellent moves. He had to do it the hard way, Marcelo Margot.
Yeah, 100%, but good creative shot there, to inch towards Kaus and go shoot, put the pressure on Chong and still get Kaus out, live, and then caused the penalty.
Also, it all started with Chad Bougier, head on a swivel, catching Galikowski up and over the top of that brick just a little bit too much.
100%. I like the idea, but, you give these guys time, they'll find you.
32 seconds, close.
Post a little bit too high. I thought he was going to go up there and maybe look Dorito way, but instead, tried to double up on this snake lane.
The penalty on Chong, I'm wondering if that was for talking.
Maybe.
Because he looked like he came right off.
Yeah.
And then he was begging for the penalty on Marcelo.
I mean, we had a great angle on that shot. It didn't look like Chong shot Marcelo. Marcelo backed in after shooting Kaus.
Yeah, I think it might have been Salmon. Because Salmon was still alive behind him, off camera. He was the one that got pulled on Chong's penalty. Yeah, I mean, Marcelo did that as well as you possibly can. I mean, you're going into that cross. He had to go slow and stay low. And then he went around low, catches Kaus, and immediately, used those reflexes to get back alive. Kaus had to die. He had Chad behind him to try to also make something happen. Let's get a look here on the replay. So see, he goes low, and with where Chong's down low, nothing's popping off of him yet. And then he goes through. Yeah, Chong's shooting the bunker.
Well, I guess.
I mean, Marcelo called himself out, so he might have got caught from. He definitely got caught somewhere. I just didn't see anything spray off of him. Might have been off his gun. So he kind of looking at his gun. What did you see?
I saw maybe one that would have hit him, but I couldn't tell if it was hit Marcelo or the bunker. But Marcelo did back into that spot, tap his head, and then check his loader. But Chong definitely got a talking penalty for yelling that he didn't come off right away. But there was no ref in there to call Marcelo hit. No ref called Marcelo hit. Marcelo checked himself and then walked off. So.
Well, we're in X ball, so just 30 seconds left. Tie game might be seeing an overtime point as Chad Bougier is going to come off early, so it's a 5-on-4 situation in favor of the Sea Dogs as they send Kaus back up the middle. They're going to have to be playing at a little bit quicker pace. They are going to launch Rizzardo all the way up to the 50-yard line. There goes Chong, and then here comes Galikowski. Galikowski's going to try it. Going to try to steal this one in the last second. It's going to get crazy here as multiple bodies are flooding off the field. Galikowski coming through the middle, still hasn't caught one. Salmon's going to hit the afterburners, but they're just going to run out of time. No penalties assessed. Valiant effort at the end here from the Sea Dogs to try to steal the win, but we will be throwing 3 minutes on the clock and heading into a 3-on-3. And both of these teams done very well in the 3-on-3 format. Tampa Bay Damage taking the victory against Red Legion in the finals. But Sea Dogs went deep at the event in Dover, making it to the semifinals. Still advantage to Damage in a 3-on-3 situation.
Yeah, and Sea Dogs already played an overtime point this morning. Won that 3-man game. But yeah, good last-ditch effort right there from the Sea Dogs. But Mouse was in that little small brick on the snake side, watching over the buzzer there. They would have had to run through his gun. Didn't quite make it to him.
Hey, I need new paint.
Yeah.
Hey, give me paint for Chad.
Let's get a look here at this replay and this attack from the Sea Dogs. So they get Chong here to draw guns as Galikowski the first to go, and then Chong. He gets shot out. There goes Marcelo getting peeled off. Let's get a look at it from Damage's perspective. Marcelo getting taken out. Mouse trades out with Chong. Galikowski still alive.
Yeah, Kaus would have had to come, and Chong would have had to have gotten Marcelo off the field. Yeah. That was their chance. But Kaus was still looking at, didn't see Goldman walk off, so he stayed there on him. Yeah, I'll take an overtime point.
Yeah, and the question is, who are they going to send out? Timeout being called by the Sea Dogs.
I think their 3 was Salmon, Rizzardo, and Galikowski.
And they're getting a lot of contributions from 5 or 6 guys, so
yeah.
I think you got to send out Rizzardo. You got to have Rizzardo.
Yeah.
They're going to go with Galikowski. And then I think Salmon, maybe Chong.
Not
nope, Chong's got his pack off.
Nobody moves like Mark. Nobody moves like Mark.
Here's the third body.
Maybe Baldwin?
Oh, Sam's already out there. He's kneeling down behind outside snake one.
Oh, gotcha. Playing with the grass. Damage. They are going to be sending out Marcelo, Smith, and Bougere. Can the Sea Dogs go 2-0 on day one here in Cincinnati and hand Tampa Bay Damage a favorite, a loss in game number one? Or will we see both of these teams?
I mean, it would be huge for the Sea Dogs to go undefeated and take down Damage. We come down to the break here. Bigger bite for Damage, at least to start out. But Galakowski's is going to go up the middle to answer. And Galakowski's is going to come through and going to trade out. So now it's a 2-on-2. And then Salmon quick to make moves here, snake side. I don't think they've picked him up quite yet. Salmon's going to have a chance, because they do not know he's at the 50-yard line, but he starts shooting his gun before he sees anybody. Now they know for sure he's at the 50-yard line. Oh, and then just too long over the top. So it's a 1-on-2 with Smith, but then Rizzardo going to connect here on Marcelo. So it's a 1-on-1 with Smith and Rizzardo.
Oh, man. This is exciting. I think they both know, because Rizzardo shot Marcelo. There you see Smith. He's looking across the field. Maybe he doesn't know that
Salmon walked off.
Salmon walked off.
Yeah, he's being very careful, and rightfully so. Yeah, the visibility from that position cross field is rough. And where Salmon got shot, you can see why Smith doesn't know that he's dead for sure. He has to be careful. Now, Rizzardo, like you said, he shot Marcelo, so he should know he's dead. And he should know that he doesn't have Salmon anymore. So
Yep.
Rizzardo should be clocked in on the 1-on-1 mentality right now. And speaking of 1-on-1s, if we can't get a winner in the next 1 minute, 40 seconds, we will head to 1-on-1s. But don't think that's going to happen here. I think these guys are going to start engaging shortly.
Well, you still have to hit the buzzer to win in overtime, right?
Yeah.
So, both these guys could let the clock go down, let some of that time burn off before engaging.
So Smith is still head checking toward that snake side. He's still shooting that way. Just to be careful. Yeah. Rizzardo is locked into the 1-on-1. So that gives Rizzardo a bit of an edge here. So Smith has to focus on two angles, one of which does not have a player in it. Ooh, now Smith is just going to go all the way to try to catch Rizzardo sleeping, and he does. Brian Smith, yet again. He's a legend for a reason. Beautiful move here in the 1-on-1 to save the game for Tampa Bay Damage.
Brian Smith is jacked.
Yeah, Brian Smith coming off a blown out Achilles last season. Fought through rehab. Coming back looking stronger than ever. The hero of the moment.
Saves the day for Tampa Bay Damage. Putting a win on the board for them.
Fucking old man still got it.
Old man still got it, he says.
Yeah, he's definitely got it. So if you guys are joining us, please head on over to MLPB Plus to watch the rest of these battles. Coming up next is going to be a good one. Tonons taking on Houston Heat. Houston Heat looked really good against Infamous in their first one, and the Tonons kind of beat up on Leverage. So both those teams sitting 1-0. And then the Hurricanes, they dropped their first game, and they're going to be playing Distortion, who just beat Collision. Look at this, another look at that beautiful rundown here from Brian Smith. Catches Rizzardo sleeping, and it was Brian Smith. For a while, we thought he didn't have the count right. Rizzardo knew it was a 1-on-1, so no excuses there for Rizzardo. And then Brian Smith celebrating his big moment here as Tampa Bay Damage now 1-0 to start out the tournament. Looks like Breeze trying to grab Brian here, get his thoughts. But yeah, in this next set, Tonons and Heat, Hurricanes and Distortion. Both those teams, Tonons and Heat, again, winning their first matches. Trying to fight for dominance in that bracket. Heat definitely needs it, as it's been a rough year for Houston Heat. Currently ranked 16th overall with a 13th and a 19th to start out the year. Let's check in with Bree.
Thank you, Matty. Yes, I'm here with Brian Smith. Run me through that 1-on-1 and what helps you in those situations.
Well, first of all, just being calm. But I didn't even know it was a 1-on-1 because Marcelo was over here on the snake side. And he was calling 22, which means it's 2-on-2. Never knew we had a second kill out of the middle, so I was just playing very cautious. And you know, the guy on the Dreer side just gave me that opportunity, and I took it. So, and like I said, I thought it was just, like I said, 2-on-1. So, just try to make it happen.
And is that happening a lot where you're losing some players throughout the field?
Yeah, it's a very chaotic field with the big wall in the middle. So, you got to be always very cautious of someone creep around in the middle. So you're constantly wrapping your bunker and checking off that big bunker in the middle. So, yes.
Congratulations on that win.
Appreciate
Back
it.
to you guys.
Excellent play by the legend, Brian Smith. Winning that game for Tampa Bay Damage. Stick around, though. More action coming at you here from the 2026 NXL Midwest Open. I'm Matty Marshall with Todd Martinez here in Major League Paintball Plus. We'll be back.
It's time to connect.
We're fucking perfect. Let's go. Fuck every team in this fucking league. Who fucking hard work today? Let's go, boys. Get on 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Come in.
Fucking highs and lows, all right? Everything. Energy. It's all fucking energy. Let's go, huh?
Who's got my back? I got your back. Who's got my back? I got your back.
right? Stay close. The fucking highs and lows, all right? Everything. Energy.
Welcome back. Jumping into this next set here, it's going to be the Tauntauns taking on Houston Heat, and the Hurricanes taking on Distortion. Matty Marshall with Todd Martinez here at the 2026 NXL Midwest Open. Third stop on the tour this year, and here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Both these teams looked really solid in their first match. Nice execution from the Tauntauns, taking down Leverage. And then Houston Heat taking on Infamous, and they were victorious. So fighting for dominance here in this bracket. Interesting, too, is in the bracket with Fit, Tauntauns, Infamous, Leverage, and Heat. So Heat sitting bottom tier here, 5th tier in this bracket. Did not look like a 5th tier team in that first game. This is a legendary squad with a bunch of legends still on the squad. So Johnny Dizon and Mishka, then getting Sam Monville back. No Ryan Moorhead here. They picked up Cody Mikowski in the offseason. They've had Saldana be the one on the Snake side, but it looks like Buffton's going to get the start. So no Saldana. Also, they had Louis Betancourt on the squad. He's now with New York Extreme.
That's a good pickup for New York Extreme. Louis is one of those kids that, like, he's just all attack all the time, right? I don't know what the reasoning is or how that happened, but you know, New York Extreme definitely needed some help.
He's a pro caliber player, man.
Yeah.
We've seen him be dominant in games out here on center court for past few seasons.
Which means a lot more on Saldana's plate for Heat as well, right?
Yeah. But they're not going to ride with Saldana this first point. So it looks like it's going to be Mikowski and Moorhead, or Mikowski and Monville here going towards the Snake side.
Well, best thing you can do today is go 2-0. 2-0, especially being the 5th seed in the bracket. Get a win against Infamous. You can get a win against the Tauntauns, put yourself in a good position. Tauntauns also looking to go 2-0. But higher hopes for this event. Tauntauns want to go all the way to the end. I believe they took 2nd in Cincinnati last year.
Well, Mikowski going to be taking the walk as he doubled up with Monville here in the tower as they're pushing the D side a little early with 2 bodies going that way. So just one towards the Snake side. They got Buffton up the middle here for Houston Heat. Mishka up into D2, but they're down a body. Tauntauns already have Hugo and inside Snake 2. And a Fozy behind him, geared up with Monville. And then Axel Godin, who's going to be playing on the D side here this event. Had a real good first game for him, and he's already in D2 as well.
Hugo there in Snake 2 with Buffton looking down on him from that big wedge. See if Hugo can fight his way across that gap. He's going to pop the top of the Snake. And Fozy staying posted up towards the Dorito side. Benny Carroll probably could go up to the big wall to go contest Buffton.
Well, first game, they were sending Benny up there quite a bit. So changing up the strategy a little bit this time, holding Benny Carroll back. Buffton staying very diligent, trying to see if Hugo's going to try to get across that gap. Hugo looking for it, wants to get across the gap.
Sam Monville shooting towards that Dorito side from the Snake Tower. Here comes Benny Carroll with the body advantage.
Yeah, best case right now, Benny Carroll gets Buffton and stays alive. But if he can just shoot Buffton out, that's going to give Enfozi and Hugo the Snake side to themselves, just dealing with Monville. That would be ideal here for the Tauntauns.
Yeah, that's what you want. You can get the first kill over here, trade in the middle. Should have control of that Snake immediately. Mishka looking for kills out of Dorito 2. Ronnie going to back up behind him in Dorito 1. He's looking across the inside. Real patient. Here comes Benny Carroll, though, on the launch. And he is going to trade out. You should see Hugo immediately takes the move now into that 50 Snake.
Yeah, it was perfect. That's exactly what needed to happen. Now Hugo just needs to be patient here. We're in point number 1. See if, yeah, he head checks around, sees that Monville's still at the tower.
And if you're a coach, that should be in your meeting. Exactly that situation right there. Listen, if this is the situation, this needs to happen. This is the situation, this is how it goes down. Because now also Enfozi leaves that tower. He can come help Hugo. And Mishka's going to get shot out of Dorito 3, so just 2 bodies left alive for Heat. But now Nfosi has all the freedom to move wherever he wants, help, support Hugo, and go look for kills.
Yeah, Hugo wrapping around, still trying to catch Monville. Monville going to get pinched out. Not much he could do in that situation. Things are getting real tight in there.
Yeah,
Hugo sees that body come off. Still just being very patient. Knows he has to deal with Dizon's gun crossfield in there. Going to get a concession here from Heat. So methodical for the Tauntauns. Textbook plays. Nice shot by Benny Carroll to get buffed in off the field. And then good read by Hugo. Excellent here on the snake side. So now first point here for the Hurricanes and Distortion. And Distortion and Collision went to war in their match. That was one of the best sets we've seen this morning. And look for Matt Askren to be going to battle up the middle.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, the middle guys at the end of this tournament, this is going to be one of those who are sitting there right before you jump in the shower and count all the welts. They're going to have like 100 welts on their torso by the
100%.
time they get done with the weekend. And if you are joining us here, please head on over to MLPB Plus to watch the best teams and players here in the world throw down in Cincinnati. And we need your support to help trying to bring you guys the best paintball broadcast possible. Head over to Major League Paintball MLPB Plus. Looks like, is that Logan Dyer or C-Right? I think that's C-Right. C-Right going to take the walk, trying to extend for the Hurricanes here early. Distortion getting that kill with Matt Askren up in the middle. And Logan Dyer going to take over the attack.
Distortion did lose one body on the break, so it's a 4-on-4 game. Here comes the move. I think Brown's going to come try and take out Askren. Looking to come around Dorito's side, but they're going to trade out. Brown walks off. Askren walks off. That allows Unger to fill out here to the snake side corner.
Yeah, good comms here from Distortion. And also some good comms here from the Hurricanes. Logan Dyer dips into the snake. Unger is outside wide for Distortion, but he's back at the baby Dorito.
Yeah, Jackson Blue just trying to shoot paint into the snake to keep Dyer from coming down, but Unger, he does have the move as well. Doesn't look like anybody's stopping him. He's going to take the small brick.
Has the makings of a longer point, Todd. Potentially. Svedorov's still pretty far back. Right there on your screen on the D side. Everyone's just talking it up right now, even on the count. Next kill could be the difference maker. Dyer is thinking about, he's going to crawl up, get into their clover. Next move would be to get across this gap, get into the 50. He's got to worry about the can. The only gun his way right now.
Yeah, so Distortion's on the island on the snake side. Fedorov's on the island for the Hurricanes.
This is a staggered island drill. Got to run this specific instance in practice.
So Unger needs to stay alive. Fedorov needs to stay alive for each team. Roberts and Blue need to protect Unger, but attack their side.
Well, they let Logan Dyer get to the 50 here. But Dyer has to be very careful, because if he dies, Unger will have this side to himself. He will come off that D side and start running down this side to put those crossfield shots on Fedorov.
And Logan looks like he's going to take the move.
Ooh, Dyer almost gets caught. Unger as he pops the top, so he's going to go back to the 50. Camp yelling, screaming over to Logan Dyer. Oh, the crossfield kill on Blue could be the difference maker here. So Unger sees Blue walk off in this low body situation. He's going to get clipped out crossfield by Fedorov. And then Roberts is going to go all the way down, but he runs right into Fedorov's gun as well, too.
Good execution there by the Hurricanes.
Houston Heat and Arsenal coming back out. He is going to have Buffton play another one. He'll be going up the middle. Dizon, Mishka, Mikowski, And that means we're probably, now we're going to see Saldana, so no Monville.
Well, he did a pretty good job of shooting on the break and, getting those early bodies in that last match against Infamous. The little fast guys on Tonons are a little bit harder to shoot. But, if they end up playing long points, definitely going to need to have some good decision making and some more aggression over here on the Snake side for Houston Heat, because you can't just leave Hugo over here by himself to go to work.